Okay, hello and welcome to a quick video I'll be doing just about the overall design, a quick review as well of Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, just because I've played this a bit and I think I've just had a feeling that I had a lot to say about it after I finished it. And even probably like halfway through, I just felt like there was a lot to be said. So that is what I'll be doing today. So yeah, before we do get actually into the game itself, I'll be checking out a few of the options and then giving you a quick overview, and I'll just go through each mission individually. But first I'm going to drop this music even more. Not that it's bad, but it's extremely loud by default. So yeah. The first thing I do need to bring up, because this drops the ranking of this like 15 points, 15% instantly. This logo down the bottom right hand corner, it cries every time you launch, so you're greeted by like a crying 4-year-old every time you start the game, and it's just not acceptable in this day and age. I don't know what they were thinking. Please remove. I don't know. There's probably a way to get rid of it, I would say, but it's there for the time being. So yeah, that's the first thing. Next up is it's kind of the UI in this game. In game, it's quite good, but just the menus, I mean, they're not very good. They just don't fit the aesthetic, and they just don't match. They don't fit in. It's kind of very strange because so much of the art is fantastic. Like the logo, for example, is cool. That's pretty much it. And then you check out the main menu as well. Just basically the splash art. It's good. And actually, this blood here, that only shows up over time. Initially, I didn't actually see that blood ever show up because I spent not long enough in the menus. But this is a new thing. I'm just waiting for little Tanuki to get covered in blood. I pray to God he does not. Oh, is it happening? No, it's fine. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, that's cool. But like, great piece of art, great like logos. So it's kind of strange to see UI not really being up to par when they have this going on. One other mild gripe you may have noticed already is that they're all blinking. They're all blinking, and it's not really necessary, and it's ruined my enjoyment of the game. But yeah, the good news is that's like the vast majority of my negatives. Also, this window here, it's empty. So like, the UI just feels a little bit, I don't know, off. And continue being separate, it's just strange. But yeah, I'll go into the options quickly just to give a quick overview. There's some controller options. They don't, I can't imagine playing this with a controller. That would be absolute pain. One thing that does need to be mentioned, colorblind mode, that was good to see. And you have control over the outlines, which is actually very nice because I was kind of going to bring this up at some point, but I'm not a fan of outlines. I have them on medium. I'll leave it like that just so it's visible. Yeah, this is all fine. But one thing that is worth mentioning is context reversal. This actually like really does need to be off, because if you have this on, you'll automatically snap to certain hooks and vines in the game, and it's way too sensitive. Like, it's a huge area around it, so you cannot physically walk underneath these things unless this is off. It's really quite annoying. Apart from that, yeah, some fight options, so that's the gameplay options. There's only one in there that I would say is essential you change beforehand, just because context reversal is just really needs to be off, because it's just strange, and I don't know why that's not off by default. But yeah, just gripes. Audio, I have it on Japanese. I really don't like the English voice acting for this game. I've played through this once before, and I gave up after probably like 6 hours. I was like on maybe the third mission at that point, and I think I was playing on English back then. But after playing some more, I just decided to do Japanese second time around, just to, I'm not a weeb or anything, but it just fits the whole theme, I think, a bit more. And I don't know if the voice acting is good, but from what limited knowledge I have, it's miles better. They don't sound right in English, I don't think. Like, your main ninja is just has a bit of a weird accent. It's not. I don't think it's Japanese. I don't know what it is. The other characters, I don't think any of them really sound good at all. Not one of them. So yeah, I'd highly recommend Japanese. I think. Apart from that, yeah. So very straightforward. Controls. This is some weird UI as well. Like you've got 3 custom settings and then these 2. But yeah, the camera controls, I would recommend binding camera rotation. Just because that's a strange one. Yeah, there's nothing in there really worth looking at. Video options. You know, it's everything you need. Everything you need is in there for this kind of game. And eye tracking. And a big reset button I'm afraid to click. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's split up into 13 missions, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through each of the missions just to kind of give an overview of what my thoughts were at that point while they are fresh in my mind. Just to go over a few things. There will be spoilers, so this is going to be heavy spoilers, yeah, and kind of large ones. So if you have not gone through it, the story isn't incredible. It's a good story, but if you care about the story and you want to go through it and invest the 20 hours or so it takes to get through all this, yeah, you may not want to go for spoilers. But there aren't any spoilers up to any major spoilers, I would say. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like the first, like I think is the 10th mission maybe. 9 missions. Yeah, in between 9 and 10, that's where the first like major spoilers are. So there's plenty of stuff. And I think I'll give another warning, but quick warning that there might not be a warning. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just open up the first one. How it works actually, I might as well explain as well. This shuriken here, it means yellow is normal. This is my completion after one playthrough. You can see that they're mostly like 2 or 3. So I played the first level twice, I think. So you can see there's quite a lot of work would be involved, and you'll see here, these are the badges by the way. There's also plenty of achievements as well, unrelated to the badges for the most part. So there's a lot to be doing. So this is what it looks like when you open up a mission. It'll show you which characters you will have control of, and you can choose the difficulty. You got hardcore, and you have beginner, although you can't unlock badges on beginner. But honestly, this isn't a super easy game, so there's a few missions where like if you were just like bashing your head against the wall, it would probably not be, you know, pathetic to drop down to beginner just to get through, especially if you're one of those story people. However, this is a fairly, you know, it's coming in, it's following the footsteps of Commandos, Desperados, so it's a pretty niche hardcore audience. So yeah, you know what to expect. It's not going to be, you know, the casuals would be playing. The casuals, those people. But yeah, it's not really a very casual kind of audience. So yeah, we'll have a look at the, we'll take it off beginner. We'll take a look at badges as well. Badges are kind of like where the meat of the replayability in this game is. You'll see on every mission there's going to be 3 kind of primary badges. So like these. And they will be kind of more difficult tasks to accomplish. Like, don't raise any alarm. On my playthrough, what I did was I didn't raise any alarms whatsoever. I just reloaded if I hit an alarm. Because I don't like... Whenever I play, like, Thief, for example, I just... another stealth classic, but I wouldn't, like, ever allow myself to be detected with that, for example. So I hate just, like, the full alarm. I usually play through stealth games, no kill, no alarm, like Metal Gear Solid or Thief or something like that. So this is a bit different. I'll go into that. There's blood. There's a lot of killing. Just thousands. What have I done? But yeah, I'll mention that in the first mission as well. So yeah, don't kill anyone on the first mission. That's possible. Don't raise any alarm. That's also quite possible. And then don't touch any bushes. I haven't done that yet, and that would definitely complicate any mission quite a lot. Just because you'll see bushes are a very integral part of every mission. And then after that we have some kind of tasks. They're more They won't be full mission targets. They'll usually be like specific things that you can accomplish. So you'll see on the second level, for example, these are all don't do something or do everything, whereas the other ones are kind of smaller tick boxes. But that's it. And every mission has hardcore and speedrun patches. But yeah, we'll just load it up. I'll show you like the first cutscene we have, and the loading screen is actually first example really of just the UI being slightly better in other places, although the loading bar down there isn't great, but like the background is very solid. But then the loading looks a little bit kind of, I don't know, a little bit cheap. It's like it is an indie. It's an indie game, you know. It's not going to be to a very high standard of polish, but there's just so much polish. Like look at that animation on the continue. There's so much polish everywhere that everywhere in this game that polish isn't present. It really stands out. But yeah, we'll boot it up.
日本江戸の初期
悪く思うなよ。見つかると面倒なんでな。こいつは驚いた。大量の見張りだな。少し手こずるかもな。ここら辺は安全そうだな。だが念のため注意して進もう。暴作だらけだな。上様の次の攻撃に備えているようだな。最初の任務はあの門のところまで行くことだ。肩慣らしにぴったりだな。問題なく登れるだろう。急がないと上様の攻撃が始まる。
Alright, so that's your introduction. That's kind of like, you'll have a standard, every mission will kind of follow the same pattern. You'll have usually after the first mission, a cutscene. In between missions, you'll have a quick introduction kind of to give you a rundown of the kind of objectives. And then after that, at the end of the mission, you'll have another cutscene, and yeah, that'll just be character dialogue. So this is what it looks like. You could have gotten this from literally any screenshot or trailer, but yeah. Art style, I think the art style is definitely worth pointing out. I usually hate this. You know, the inky borders, cell shaded type looking art. I don't even know if it's cell shading. That's what I always call it because I hate that. But yeah, I really hate the inky border type of thing. Just I don't know, borderlands or something. However, they can kind of play the wow, what's it called? I forgot the name of it. The wolf. The wolf. The white wolf game with the ink borders and the paintings. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot. Okami, that's it. Okami. So yeah. Yeah, it can play the Okami card where the ink is kind of like gives it the Japanese vibe, you know. Just as a free pass. But yep, otherwise the lighting is solid. Like the shadows are actually quite good. Well, not quite good, but you know, they are quite detailed, and there is a very consistent light source, and like everything casts a very reliable shadow. But shadows don't actually have any effect in this game. But yeah, it's okay. You got a quick tutorial. I'll just walk up. I won't be playing through every mission, but I will give a quick indication. One thing worth noting, you can turn this off, but they do give you a... I've never clicked that. I've only pressed F5. But yeah, they kind of highly encourage quick saving and quick loading. And it's highly essential. You can see here, if I was clicking here and I had context traversal on, it would automatically... Am I blind? There we go. So now if I turn this on, you'll see that It's not too bad in this case. It's much worse on hooks. I can't see a hook yet. But yeah, there's hooks as well
水
where
の
you
ように動け
kind of have to go up, you can't stand underneath in a lot of cases. So it's definitely much better to use control is the default, just to change that. I'm gonna turn that back off so I don't lose my mind. Okay.
突入する
Yeah, you get a quick tutorial, and then you have these guard conversations. Now, if you're playing in English, you'll be able to hear these without needing subtitles. And maybe there's a movie subtitles option to turn those off. I don't know, but I left them on because it's a minor thing. But I don't like the size or the font or UI of those. It's really obtrusive and annoying. I could probably turn it
水
off.
のように動け
These are the tutorials. They're fine. You
突
get
入す
them
る
as they are relevant.
静か水のように
The old gimmick there when you step on something and it breaks. You can't have a game.
静かに
Yeah, it tells you how to rotate the camera. You can also rotate to fixed positions with Q and E, but I prefer the mouse button just to free
音を
rotate.
立てるな
Yeah,
近道をする必要がある
and you have that pigeon mechanic. That's barely used. There's very few instances when birds ever actually caught me. Oh yeah, here's an example. This would be a hook shot. So
突入する
if I had the traversal on there, it would be annoying. But I'll stop complaining. And yeah, here's the first guy. So you can kill this guy, or you can
体術
non-lethal. Now in this mission, it is possible to non-lethal everybody. One thing that is worth mentioning is that the amount of time that you have after someone gets knocked out
隠れた方が良さ
is
そうだ
quite short.
そこで眠っていろ
So yeah, I don't know what you can do about that. These guys will
すぐ
see
に
you.
幕府軍の攻撃が
突入する
心してかかれ
音を立てるな
By the way, this is a view cone for an enemy, so you can see the bright green is where they can see, and then there's also this kind of shaded area. They're not showing it anyone, these guys. So the shaded area, it's obstructed by obstacles, so you can crouch safely in there. So yeah, it's okay. But we'll play on some more because I'll only play this level up to like the first 2 minutes or so.
静かにそこには行けない
Okay. I didn't click that, but it's fine. These doors are really a pain unless you kind of rotate to the right angle. But it doesn't matter. There's also civilians, but they have usually reduced view cones, so they're not much of an issue.
上で死んでいる
Where am I going? Oh
こ
yeah,
っ
it's
ち
here.
はまずいな
I'm playing this well. Stuck in the first mission.
音を立てるな
Yeah.
確かにそうだ
One
な
thing that is worth bringing up, like immediately, probably, because you can see it here. There's a lot of redundant areas in this game.
そりゃまずいな
It's not too bad, and I understand there's got to be filler kind of in the first area, but there's a lot of places where there's
突入する
multiple paths that kind of.
何か考えつかないと
Oh, you can't go there.
静かに
Okay. I'm
水のよ
actually
うに
stuck.
動け
But yeah, there's an awful lot of paths that are kind of redundant.
静かに
But yeah,
突入す
so
る静かに
this is a key moment.
音を立てるなくぐり抜けるかそれとも暗殺するか
So you can sneak past him or take him out quietly. So at this point in the game, I was kind of thinking to myself, well, this is now a stealth game. I can no-kill this because, you know, I don't have to kill this
突入する
guard. I can
行
just
き
run
道がない
past
ぞ
them, and there is zero
俺のことは
consequence.
見なかったことにしろさあ行け
However,
門が
at
閉められ
almost
た
every other point,
壁は登るには高すぎる
every other point in the
迂
game,
回しよ
just walking past guards isn't really as much of an option. There are levels where you can no-kill, but for the vast majority of the game, it's just infinitely easier to kill. Now you'll see, actually, this is the first point where... Oh, quick save, just in case I mess up. Ninja tutorial. But this
道
is
がない
the
ぞ
first
音を
point
立
where
てる
the
な
bushes, no bushes comes into play, for example. So, if you want to get past these guys without touching or going into a bush, you can check them here after you finish. You can't see these after, or sorry, before you finish the mission. So you can't go for these things on your first playthrough unless you know in
そのう
advance.
ちみんな忘れるさ
However, some things sometimes there'll be like two options. So it'll be like open the first gate or open the second gate. So if you see one, you can just reload and try the second. But it's inconsequential. This is, by the way, this thing down here. It's your yeah. Now would be a good time to talk about the UI because pressing escape does not close that, which is highly confusing. Like every time I open this, I try to close it with escape every time, and it's just annoying. You have to just press B again. And once again, the UI here, like if you just look at the text, the font, just everything, like the background art again, it's great, but just the font's a little bit. It looks like, you know, something you'd have in Microsoft Word or something. It doesn't look very, very gamey, I would say. And like in comparison to the rest of the UI, you have kind of, you know, it has a slightly decorated feel to it, a little bit ornate. All these things, and has that kind of hand-drawn look to it. Whereas this, you know, these things just kind of abandoned it. Like if these were more like handwriting style, or like had that hand-drawn vibe to it, would be a lot better, I would say. But yeah, just to go over what's in here, you have your goals, hints. They're actually useful sometimes. Sometimes they're not just useless hints like obvious stuff. It is good sometimes. Dialogue log, quite useful if you have it in Japanese as well and you miss something. Yep, tutorials doesn't matter in your badges. I'd like as well if these can be removed. I don't think they can, but if you know what F5 does, if you know what escape does, like it's wasted screen space, especially with the rest of the UI being, you know, very, very neat. But yeah, I'll crack on. I'll have a look here actually, seeing as I haven't tried before. I'll see how I would get past these guys. So this is not an option. So you have to come around this way. Oh, you have the rock. I have the rock. Okay. So this guy can be turned. We can just run past him. So that's no biggie at all. And we'll sneak through the view code. It's a pretty good example of just the general gameplay here. You can distract guards. Excuse me, bit of a cannon shot there. But basically what the core gameplay does revolve around is manipulating guards. Sorry, manipulating guards. That's what it basically boils down to. You know, pure form. And that is a lot of fun. In later levels it turns into just killing guards when they're being watched. So like, if this guard could see this guard, he's actually outside his view cone, I'm gonna try it. I can probably just walk up here and okay. He fell forward, but yeah. That's tight, but yeah. You know what, we need a test. It's the noise. Okay. So, yeah, that's my own fault in that case. They're not going to be killable, but yeah. I'll explain that in a second, but the basic idea is you want to kill guys when they're not covering each other. So if you check the attack, it has a noise radius of 3. It doesn't display, which is kind of strange, because almost everything else does. You can punch them out too, and this is actually quieter, so I'm wondering, can it punch this guy out without being hurt? Okay. Yeah, but that is important. This is a radius of 5, for example. So you can see the radius there. So any abilities do show radius, but basic attacks don't, which would be nice to have just so you could try that kind of very tight thing, because if this is 5 units, I can't, yeah. If there's like 1.5 between those two would be very tight, so you could almost melee them. But yeah. That's pretty much it. You have health packs as well if you're getting hurt, but I never, you know, if you're not raising alarms, you're never actually going to take any damage. So it's kind of redundant, unless you're actually getting into scraps. Yep, you can crouch and you can use objects. And yeah, this is all kind of self-explanatory. You unlock some more abilities as well later on. But that's all we really need to cover for here. I don't want to spend too long on this.
もうすぐだ。終わりだ。
So yeah, this is a better example of how there's like when you have a guard character watching a safe spot and you have to sneak out, abuse the timing on their view
撃たれるなよ。見つかるな。
and you're
素早く。
yeah, that's just
手
exciting.
裏剣術。
Now
いけないな。もらった。
you can kill them too. Oh,
いいだろう。
the shuriken was up. Okay.
早速戦闘か。
The shuriken is quite good. It's kind of there's a period where it's not super useful, I don't think, but there are times when it is good. And the rock is a game changer. This guy here, he's your
道を探さなければ。
yeah.
そうだ。
So
な
yeah,
んて
that's
ことはな
that.
い。
I think that's. I'll get the second one.
今のはまずこうだ。
So then you get
時間厳守だ
Mugen Sensei. He's the samurai. He has a.
立ち風
You tell me that isn't cool.
一冊
Tell me that isn't cool. That's his signature ability. I'd say it's quite
勝利は我らのものだ
that kind of situation. He is loud. He is incredibly loud. I'm gonna drop the master volume down quite a bit. Yeah. So yeah, and then you could throw Saki as well. Which, when a guard sees this, the guard will, unlike the rock,
待っても無駄
if
だ。
a
俺
guard
が
sees a
弟
rock,
で。
he looks at the source of the noise. If he sees the Saki, he will go towards it and pick it up. But that he has the Saki then, so you have to incapacitate him to get that back.
バカレイたちは死んだ
Yeah.
拙者の
He's
一歩
also
間
the
違いは
strong character, so he can throw
同
and he
じ
can,
道をたどるだろ
he can carry rocks and bodies. I think he can actually carry 2 bodies.
う我らの出番だ向かっているぞ
What? What happens if I just throw both of them at the same
上
time?
様のための刃
Yes. Okay. Okay, so you can't only throw one body at a time, you have to throw both. That's brilliant. But yeah, I think that's enough in the first mission for now. I can go over things, but Mugen's a cool dude. He has other mechanics as well that I'll kind of explain that add a bit of complexity. It's kind of actually, I didn't consider this before I started this, but maps are hidden up to a certain point. Which isn't like a bad thing because it avoids some spoilers, but I can't show off particularly difficult areas, for example, or areas I have things to comment on. But yeah, it's fine. I'll quit out to the second mission, then I'll go through each mission and raise any new concerns. But as for the first mission, it's actually quite tricky. Like, it's your first time playing, you're not going to be like pro as heck, so it is actually quite difficult to kind of navigate through the tighter sections at the end, especially as well. I was on my first 2 attempts, actually, not even my not even my second full playthrough. But the first time I played this, I was doing a no-kill. You'll see I have the badge for no-kills, yeah. But like both attempts, I was just not killing anybody because I was trying to be pro, but that made it very difficult. So if you do play this, just kill everybody. It's so much easier. And then you can worry about badges and stuff afterwards. What's that? Oh yeah. You can actually see the guys out here if you get an angle. You can see them later in the missions. But yeah, like there's a lot of went into everything, like a high level of detail. Yeah. Second mission. I don't think I'll need to go through every mission, but we'll see. I mean, there's something to be said about every mission. They do one of the high points is that they vary the roster as well throughout the game. So like, you know, you start off with this green guy doesn't come in. He's like, you unlock him after a certain point. Really, he's kind of there for like 2 seconds. He's the sniper character. Yeah, you get those two here. Those two. Shaking it up again. Oh, you get that guy here? Oh yeah, I remember, yeah. So, every mission will have a different combination of characters, and they all have, like, different abilities. Believe it or not, they do. But they do, how you interact with guards changes a lot based on it, and their combinations. So, for example, if you have what Hayato he can. He has the stone, so that's how he interacts. Yuki has the whistle. You'll see in a moment she's in a second mission. He has the tanuki, and then she has the the disguises, of course, and she also has a second one. So she has a pepper spray, basically. Of course, you gotta stay safe out there in feudal Japan. So she has the pepper spray, and then she also has the disguises. So she's technically the best for interaction. And then you have Mugen with the sake, which isn't really, I didn't find much use for the sake a lot of the time, but there are interactions between each of these, interactions between each individual distraction. So you can use the rock to pull the attention towards the sake, for example, which is very powerful. You can do the same with the whistle. So it is quite good kind of teaming them up, and because it limits you in every mission, you never actually have the full kind of ability to abuse every power together. But there is, like, mission 9 I think is kind of the first point where you have that full abuse. But yeah, it takes a while to appreciate as well, because you're not very good in the first few missions. Well, someone else might be, but I wasn't. But yeah, we'll hop in here. Badges. This was actually a really good mission, actually. I enjoyed this one a lot. And I was doing this no kill as well, which was a huge mistake. But you'll see here, these are the achievements. You'll see here, this has no... The first mission had a no kill and a no alarm. But in this one, killing is completely encouraged. So playing this no kill is... well, it's possible. Because apparently you can finish without killing any... Oh wait, no. Yeah, you have to kill a certain number of officers, so you can't no-kill this, but you can kill the minimum. So I actually, on both attempts, I killed the minimum. Oh wait, no, I killed all the officers. Yeah. So I killed all the officers, but no one else. But my first playthrough, I definitely do remember killing only the minimum amount of finishing, so I tried to, like, you know, not just kill people, but it just does not become an option, and you can't keep it up. In fact, just out of curiosity, I think I'll just check which have no kills. Don't kill anyone inside the compound. That's a tall order. That mission, you'll see. Kill only when disguised. Did I really stealth this mission that much? I guess I did. Wow, you can see there I got 2 no-kill objectives, so I was still no-killing at this point. I think this was where I really started killing. This mission was hard, yeah. I messed this one up a lot, but yeah, I think this is the point where it kind of drives home, like, you have to kill, because I don't think there's any, yeah, there's a kill all enemies, so it's like, yeah. Don't kill anyone, so this one has a no kill, so that's 2, we'll call it 3 missions with a no kill. What have we got here? Yeah. Like, there's twists on it, you can see, like, there's twists only kill with Hayato, for example, so it's interesting. That's, yeah, that badge. Whoa. Yeah, so you can see as as it goes on, the no kill just is kind of not possible, because they have to increase the difficulty, the complexity. This blew my mind when I saw this. Like, holy crap! I have no idea how you do that, but yeah, there's a no kill badge in, like, the penultimate mission. And I was like, good luck. It's probably not that hard. Well, not crazy hard if you put your mind to it, but... And it's the final mission. Don't kill anyone again. Like, on both of these, like, I was shocked when I saw this. When I saw the second one, like, holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah. I cannot. Like, this one, it was like, I'd be like, yeah, that must be really hard to do no kill. This one I can't even begin to fathom how it's even possible. Although you are kind of at full power with the whole squad, but yeah, it's rough. Yeah, we'll load up this. So the objectives in this one: don't enter the water. I'll explain that once we're in. Don't save. Yeah, that's not really, you know, it's not too hard. And that's actually, I think that's the only time that's there. It's kind of half-arsed, I would say, just because much of the other badges, like, don't kind of affect saving like that, you know. Then yeah, these are all kind of just tick boxes. But yeah, don't enter the water is kind of the only one. But yeah, we'll have a look at this. I'll skip the cutscene this time. Oh wait, this is probably actually worth mentioning because you get
大
these
阪城の戦が終わり
context story scenes.
日本は新しい将軍のもとに統治された
They're actually very cool.
翌年将軍の新しい法が制定され国家は安定した何年にも及ぶ争いの傷も癒え文化や経済は栄えることとなったしかし束の間の平和もそう長くは続かず将軍を倒すという陰謀の噂が広がったこの首謀者を特定できる者はいないしかし名前のみが一人歩きしていたその名も影様
So yeah, that's I think there's like 4 of those I think throughout the game, but yeah, pretty cool bit of context. The general stories are kind of trying to track down this rogue warlord called Kage-sama. It's a decent story. It has a few, I wouldn't say twists, but it kind of has a good pacing, overall good. It goes in good places.
Yosh.
Yeah, I'll skip this as well. That's just the mission intro. So you can see here, like, sometimes the guards can be quite aggressively searching even early on. See, he might leave me in this bush. Don't look here.
突入する
See, he'd see me if I was. Oh,
風を切る手に入れた片
don't do it.
個人的な
So about 2 moments ago, I said that the health packs were redundant, but of course, I knew he was going to look at the bush, so I wouldn't have gone there if I was not garbage. But yeah.
誰かいるのか
Get used to that noise if you play this. So this is Yuki. She has a trap, and she has a whistle. So a lot of her, it's a little bit repetitive, honestly, but a lot of her gameplay, she's the best at baiting out guards to a new location because while Mugen Saki can be thrown to a different location, you know, there's not really as many applications. This has a huge range, and you can put a trap inside a bush, whistle on the trap, and then the guard walks directly onto the trap. And if you can keep that spot unwatched for about 3 seconds, then it's just a clean kill. Clean kill, no traces. But yeah, I think the Yuki character is just cool though, you know. I like the whole, like, she's like a feral child, orphan, thief, whatever. But all the character art in the bottom left, like, this stuff is cool. Good job. Also, you might notice the UI changes. Wow, there's a bar at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it's okay. It's nice. Yeah, so she is similar enough to Hayato. She has ninja skills as well because she's a thiefy type and a self-sufficient type. But yeah, not really much more there to be said. The objective of this mission is just to kill these guys, not these guys, with the banners, the officers. It's probably worth mentioning the Straw Hat guys. They're like the next tier of guards, so they are. Oh my! What happened there? I clicked. But these Straw Hat guards, they cannot be moved, and when you distract them, it's much less effective. So if you have these guys, they're harder to manipulate, which is definitely a good layer of strategy and stuff like that. But yeah, they're a pain. They are a pain. Yeah, you can see here the guards are still quite sparse. There'll usually be like, you know, one covering one. There's a few civilians. I never killed a civilian in my run. I can't imagine killing civilians. It would be, you know. And yeah, when they work, you'll see here they get tiny viewpoints. So some civilians are like that permanently, almost. But they kind of have traps where you have to time up the civilians. Yeah. Nest there. There's a few Easter eggs. There's a few. I don't think the nest is one, but yeah, there's a few Easter eggs of little things you can do in missions and little boxes you can take. Now, you saw one of the objectives in this mission was to cross, not touch water. So yeah, that would be a bit tricky. I mean, if you're killing people, it's going to be easy. But yeah, I mean, you have to kill 3, 4. You have to kill 4 officers. So there's like 1 here, 1 here. You can get those easy. This guy here, like there's 3 guaranteed almost here. You just need a stone that to kill him. And then if you kill this guy on your way, this is the finish point of the mission. So you could get through this like extremely quickly if you knew what you were doing. But it's the second mission, so you're not going to be that good at this point, and you know you might be trying to avoid kills or anything stupid like that, like I was doing. You can try killing every officer too, but this guy is very watched. Yep, that's pretty much it. This mission is good. You get to mess around this bit. This area is fun because you can jump all over these carts and stuff. And you gotta snipe off these guys. This area is kind of not good. And then you have this kind of sprint to the finish here, but it's a small mission. This is actually a very small mission compared to some of the other ones. This might actually be the smallest, I think, but it's fun. It's assassination basically, which is good. Something very worth mentioning is that they really do shake up the variety in objectives and missions. Like I don't even know if there's any missions where it's like straight up doing the same thing. Obviously, it's always, you know, kill all the guards, sneak past them, take the box for objectives. But a lot of them are navigate to a certain place, reach a certain point, do something. You'll see later on there's stuff like eavesdropping. There's people you have to, unconscious bodies you have to carry, lots of stuff. So you'll see that as I go on. But yeah, it's just this one. You've got 2 objectives. Get some kills and end up here, which is it's fine. It's not much more to say about this mission. You can swim as well. Swimming is like basically it's just full stealth, but you can't do anything. Yep, that's pretty much it. Nice chill mission just to get you comfortable, I would say. And definitely a very good second mission to get you used to things. And also set these objectives, you know, like kill all the officers. This is a nice fun objective. Kill 2 people with stuff. Yeah, fun. Nice to do. Third mission, this is a huge difficulty spike. This is ridiculous. Like kill all samurai, like good god. Don't destroy the wooden towers. Good god. Don't kill anyone inside the compound. They're all like, they must be incredibly hard. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you could just kill everybody to get that, but both of these are like going to be a lot of work. Yeah, let's have a look at this mission. What? No. I didn't get that option last time. If I double... Oh, I missed it. I wonder if double-clicking auto plays the cutscene. I don't think so. But yeah. I don't really know how much I'll have to say about each mission. I think there's only a few things that need mentioning. Probably want to give some general broad sweeping statements. Oh my god, snow. Snow, oh. You can probably guess from my reaction on loading into the level how I feel about snow. Let me save. When you're in snow, you won't see. You'll see here though. So I'm outside. I'm gonna stay outside his view. If you enter a guard's view cone, don't catch me. Just walk in. Walk in blindly. Oh, he's after it. Okay. So guards see footprints left in snow, and they will always enter into this like alert state as well when they see footprints. It's like, it's so annoying, and they follow the footprints. So if I do this, he'll see them, please. He just missed them completely. Okay, do this. See, he'll see the footprints. He'll follow them. He's gonna run. See. So like they do follow footprints. You'll see these. Yeah. So like it's actually quite difficult to lose them. You have to go up onto a roof or something. Please don't see those. Yeah, okay, we're clear. So yeah, snow is just like a huge pain. It just, yeah. I get it though. It's a good mechanic. Oh, come on. Yeah, so as you can see, it's very dangerous snow, which makes this level's just a good bit harder just because of snow. Oh, you can't actually see this section of the level until you get out there. What are our objectives? Okay. I'm gonna actually... where am I? Oh yeah, I just have to climb the roofs, okay. And that should unlock the full map, so I'll try that. Oh. No. Oh my god. I can probably just cheese this guy. So if I go fast, probably get around all these guys without raising an alarm. Oh, don't see me. I can get up here. So, oh yeah, when you get spotted, by the way, you have like a period of time where the cone turns yellow. So, it's a little bit lenient. I'm pretty sure on hardcore that's not quite so lenient though, you get spotted like way faster. But you'll spend a lot of time running through guards' cones of vision, and you get a bit of a slow-mo effect, which is... It's like a warning to get out, but it's really annoying when you actually do want to be inside that cone of vision. But yeah, bit of rooftop stuff. The rooftops is... yeah, it's fine. I would say it's probably worth mentioning there's not much that happens on rooftops. I think rooftops are definitely underutilized because there are very few guards on rooftops. Except for like one mission, but it's probably to kind of try to make them a more safe place. But I feel like they could have done a bit more with rooftops just to make them interesting. It's just like, you're up here, cool. But this is like very nitpicky, so let's jump down. Skip this. This mission is these guys, so you don't have the rock, so you can't just make guards turn. There's no way to make a guard just turn away from you and run past. You could whistle and then run past this guy, but like this is just a very good example of where they remove, you know, how the characters interact, like really changes up the gameplay. So it is quite fun, I would say, how that works. Worth mentioning up here, this is a samurai. Now samurai, they get used more and more, and you have to kill all of these in this mission for a badge. But they get used more and more as the game goes on. They're kind of like a brick wall, basically. They can't be moved. Distractions are very short on them. They see through disguises of Aiko, isn't it? The other female character. And they cannot be killed by melee attacks from anyone except Mugen. And everyone else has to hit them with a ranged attack and then melee them, sorry. So it's quite difficult. Shurikens don't work on them, traps don't work on them. You have to just there'll be guns later in this blank slot for every character. So you get a gun so you can just shoot them and then melee them, or you can snipe them as well and melee them. And I don't think anything else... Oh yeah, you can hit them with environmental hazards as well. But yeah, not easy. So has to be Mugen killing these guys because we have no guns and we have nothing on Yuki that can actually touch these guys. So, and also the sword wind does not pierce samurai armor. Thank you for reminding us. Like look at that tooltip. That's 10 out of 10. But yeah. So yeah, that's like not too easy. Like this guy, you can kill this guy. You can just stab this guy. It's fine. But it does get more complicated as the game goes on. You'll see here things. There's more redundancy here too. Like this is blocked off for good reason, but there's some areas like just staging areas like this here. This is never going to be touched unless you have to come around here. This guy, you know, you're never. When are you going to get here and be unable to hookshot? Because if you kill this guy, you knock him out, or you distract him. You can just get into this bush and up here, which is easier. So it's like, I get why it's there, but like these bushes, you're never going to cross over here, up here. Like there's just kind of like redundant little things all over the place. It's not too bad. Most things are utilized, but like this hook, I don't know. You can hide in wagons too. There's like 2 levels in the game with wagons, I think. But yeah, there it is. Yeah, so not much more to say about this level. It's quite hard though because Yuki can run around the rooftops in this mission. And this is only the 3rd level. This is a huge difficulty spike, and it's a long mission. The previous mission is probably the shortest in the game. This one is very long. It doesn't look big in terms of size. It looks big, but in the map, in terms of what's actually on the map, it's not large compared to other missions. But it's quite dense. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of guards for this early, so... and I wasn't killing in this mission originally, but even if you're killing, if you haven't kind of learned the quirks, and with this combination, it's not that easy. So this mission is quite difficult. But yeah, the objective is to first steal a key to the doors of this samurai. You can kill him with an environmental hazard, or you can kill him with, or just pickpocket him. It's probably best to just kill him with an environmental hazard. But yeah, so that has to be Yuki does that. You can pickpocket very easily though in this area. And then once you get that, you have to let Mugen in through either of these doors. Getting him there isn't easy because he cannot. He can't do much really. You know, he can't go on rooftops, so he has to physically walk. Like, he has to come in here. He has to go up this way. And I couldn't actually see an easy way. It's probably like super possible, but I didn't see an easy way to get past these guys going this way, because he's not getting distracted. He's going to see you. So it's kind of a lot easier to go this way, hop in the wagon. Yeah, like how do you get past that with just moving? You could kill. Like, you could kill, but yeah. Hop in the wagon, it brings you up here. Getting out of the wagon isn't easy because it's highly guarded as well. Like, this guy has some visibility. There's a guard here and a guard down here somewhere. Yeah, and they check the wagon, so it's really not easy. And then yeah, you let Mugen in, and then after that, there's more objectives. These 2 towers, you can destroy them with Mugen. So these are guarded by like there's 3 guys like just sat on that. You gotta kill them, and you can't sword win these guys easily. Like, this is hard. And yeah, then you got this tower, a bit more accessible, but you know, you gotta. It's just busy. You gotta pick these guys off. It's just a very hard level, really, for your 3rd level, and it's long. This is gonna take you, I would say, just 2 hours worth of just like bashing your head against the wall here. To be honest, I know I've probably spent more than 2 hours on this on my first go, so yeah. Do you have to get out? Oh yeah, this wagon's the exit. Yeah, so it's close. But yeah, it's a really hard level. Some, you know, low redundant areas again, but yeah. And honestly, it's probably one of the least fun levels, I would say. It's just, you're very restricted. Like, you have to use only Yuki for a large part of that mission, and then you have to use, like, you can either bring Yuki back after pickpocketing the key to help Mugen out, or you can just kind of try and get Mugen up into the wagon himself, but it's, yeah, dodgy. Wait, does this bloody stay here in a new game, or is this because I've finished? I don't know. So I'm gonna check the badges first. I brought up everything worth there. Yeah, kill all samurai. There's like, actually I didn't show a spot. The main gate is guarded by 2 samurai. So, and then there's like a samurai with like three other guys as well at the other gate. So there's like, I'd say there's probably like 5 samurai, 6 samurai to kill on that level. Not too crazy, but not easy. Don't destroy the towers. The towers pull all the guards away from the objective, which is to pickpocket an item. Or I guess you can kill them. Yeah. So don't destroy the towers is actually doable, but you're going to have to kill a lot. And don't kill anyone inside the compound is actually probably very tricky, because if you want to get the guards away by destroying the towers, you're going to have to peel off the guards who are watching the towers, and you have to do that non-lethally. And when you knock out a guard, it only lasts for about a minute, I would say, which isn't long in this, because you got to think, you got to wait for timers, you got to, you know, get the cycles down. So knockouts aren't great. However, you can, I'll show on this mission, but you can hide bodies inside, not bushes. Actually, wait. Oh wait, hold on. I've seen bodies just sink into the ground when you hide them in bushes, but I think if you knock them out inside a bush, you have to pick them up and drop them to get rid of them. I just realized that now. I think that's how it works. So yeah, this is Mount Suru. This mission is good. It's good. Yeah, I'll go over it in a minute. I don't think it's that difficult really, but there's a few like really tight parts in it. And I was still no killing this one, which was just very difficult to no kill at the end of it. You'll see. But yep, don't ring the bell. Don't use these guys. I don't think they'd be easy to be honest. They're kind of like game changing. Yep. A few more bits and bobs. Nothing here. I'm gonna double click this just to see if it launches. No. So I get no cutscene option. Okay. Hold on. I pressed escape there. I don't know what that does. I'll probably spend less time on the actual missions themselves now because for a few of them I'll have less to say. I've covered like the basics. Overall, like the design, I complained about the blank space, but that's like I'm trying to find things to complain about. Overall, especially as the game goes on as well, I think the design just gets better and better. Because like the complexity starts to pay off. But the third mission, it's good, but it's too long. It's difficult for your third mission, especially when the second one is quite easy, I would say, and small, and fun. Like the third one's just a slog. So I'll skip this. You get Aiko here. Aiko is very good. So she has. She has this sneeze powder. It turns view cones down to a fraction of their size. She gets disguises, but she has to find her disguises. Some of them are going to be on civilians that you can incapacitate and take them off them. Were there two? Oh yeah, by the way, some of the characters, some of the guards are named after developers. They kind of put their names into fake Japanese. Yeah, but there's usually, there's only one exception, which is the final mission. Yeah, I think the final mission is the only mission where you can't get a disguise through non-violent means completely. Yeah, that moan's a little bit. That moan's a bit much, but yeah. I always went for the non-violent disguises just because I think not even incapacitating civilians is a bit more attractive. It's just knocking out civilians. They're not your enemy. So yeah, we can see this whole mission. So phase 1 is like obtain a disguise really. So you have to sneak through this area. It's actually kind of tricky, but not too bad. Like, you can just walk up here. Just walk up. I spent so long reloading this area because this bridge here, it's watched, so you can't have any bodies here. Like you can't kill these guys unless you just kill everything. Also, bear in mind I'm not an expert. Like if you put your mind to it, you can probably peel off any guards you want, but good luck. So yeah, this bridge here, you got a guy you gotta time with. He's insignificant, but like this guy's just straight up watching the crossing. So you gotta, if you get the disguise, it's fine. But I did not get that disguise because I wanted to get this disguise, and it's actually kind of ridiculous how much more difficult this disguise is to get because, yeah, you have to get a way past this guy. So you have to pepper. So you can pepper one person, and also this is kind of safe. But to get in there, it's just like where do you go? You got bushes. I don't think you can maybe get behind him. I forget how I did it, but like you're kind of encouraged to come in this way, climb up here, and then these bushes are here. But like, you can jump up here, but then why would you want to be up here? It's hard to figure out what you want to be doing. But yeah, the objective you'll see here, you got to rescue sniper guy. And yeah, objectives. The main objective, like for a standard playthrough, is to ring this bell in disguise. You probably don't have to be in disguise, but just ring the bell, and that makes a bunch of monks who are kind of in your way. I don't actually know where the monks cause an issue. But the main objective is to just take out this guy and then leave. But as he's a samurai, you only have one person who's capable of taking him out, which is Mugen. And he's not the stealthiest character. He can't climb, so you can climb up here, but you cannot climb with movement. So you have to take these stairs, which are like just completely watched by a samurai. So I did a snow kill, and this was a complete pain. I reloaded a lot. On average, I think I was reloading like 80 to 90 times per mission. It's spending an hour and a half to 2 hours per mission. So that's an idea of like how difficult it is, especially if you're trash and just, you know, trying things out rapidly. Yeah. There's some like really redundant stuff. Like there's this ladder you can kick down, but oh, that's what the monks. Sorry, the monks have conversations with some guards, so you'll see them and they're in kind of critical spots, so that clears them out. Although I don't know where the other one is. There's another key monk somewhere. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's it. So this guy watches this like a hawk, so you can't actually get Mugen in here. Do we have secret passages? You can probably get Mugen in. There are secret passages, by the way. But it'll be a pain. So I think one of the easiest things to do is just to take Aiko, get a disguise, which you can do up here, and then ring the bell. That lets Mugen in. But there's ways around it. But yeah, I think this is redundant. Mugen could use it if you wanted, but yeah. It's a fairly complex mission. There's a lot. It's a good mission in terms of complexity. There's a little graveyard here. I don't know what it's for. I never found a use for it. But it's there. It's just kind of a weird area. But yeah, as I was saying, it really ups the complexity a bit in terms of like there's a lot of different elevations, there's a lot of different sections, rope bridges, a lot of choke points. So yeah, a refreshing level. You're still very limited by just 2 characters, one of which can like barely get into the mission as well in the first place. As for the badges, probably worth a quick comment. Don't ring the bell. It's probably not a huge deal once you know what it does. I do remember it changes some monks. There's a cutscene that plays that explains it. Oh yeah, I showed already that other person. So if you can get Mugen in through a secret passage or something, then that's fine. Or just kill everyone. Don't use a disguise. Just kill people. So yeah, they add a bit of spice, but yeah, not too much needs to be said there. But it is a fun mission, and then you get your sniper guy back, but he's still he can't snipe because he's in a bit of a incapacitated state. I'll stop saying incapacitated. Oh no, this mission is good. This is an assassination mission. You have to kill a Lord Yabu, but you get kind of some like options in your objectives, and I would say let me just check the missions. Yeah, this is kind of a like this run of missions here. These like 4 missions are like, if you haven't like 3 and 4, they're kind of a bit kind of grindy. You're kind of restricted, but it's kind of the game starts to find its stride here. You start to get more characters to play around with, so you could consider the first 4 missions like an extended tutorial of some kind, but like they're quite hard. But this is where it starts to really get good, I would say. Yeah, so don't enter the water. That's a big complication. Unless you're killing everybody. I'm going to be saying that a lot because killing just makes things a bit easier. But yeah, this mission is very it's kind of the point where killing becomes a necessity, I would say, but also it's there's a lot of guards and it can be quite action-packed. So yeah, the objectives are you can just poison this guy or snipe him, but you can also try and kill him without using either of those options. Yeah, let's just get it. Let's get it going. I'm gonna click yes and see what actually plays. Oh, so this will be the in-between cutscene, in-between missions. So they'll be in a hideout or yeah, okay. I forgot about that. I forgot what I was skipping with the cutscene because there's an intro cutscene. So there won't be much of a need to spend too long with this mission either. It's 5 minutes to do it. But yeah, like this one's really good, really good. Like if you're not, you know, if you're not getting into it at this point, you know, this is where it kicks off.
以前より数が多いな。
Yeah. So you start off, you're in this kind of like little farming village. I was still trying to no-kill it. This is the point where I think I just cracked and just like said, okay, it's murder time, boys. Some things worth pointing out. First, I think usage of kind of like sniper towers with guards in them. That's just to work with Takuma because he has a sniper rifle.
ああ、い
This
い
brings me
眺め
back.
だ。いい。
I
位置に
haven't
ついたわい。
properly played a
手
kind of like
元は
stealth
確かじゃ。
tactics game before, but I remember
位置に
in
ついたわい。
school when I was like, oh, about 8, I would say, 7 or 8. We had the Desperados demo on a computer in school, so I remember I used to play the first demo level of that. And yeah, I remember a similar kind of contraption in that. So yeah, definitely. And Desperados 3 is going to be coming out from the same publisher,
あ
so
あ、
or
いい
developer.
眺めだ。
So it looks very similar, but also like I kind of want just like a sequel, so it's the closest we'll get, and it should be good. Yeah. So the first task really is just to get in. There is only one choke point entrance in this level. It's a solid wall. So the map on this is kind of interesting, just the overall shape. So yeah, you got to get past the samurai. So you have to get rid of this guy. And that's where the teamwork comes in, and they've kind of put this barrier there. It's good design because you have to get past this guy. And you also have guns now.
ああ、
But because you
いい
have
眺め
the
だ。
guns now and the sniper rifle, it kind of teaches you to deal with samurai through teamwork. I haven't mentioned it yet. Sorry, I haven't mentioned it yet either. But if you press shift, you kind of go into
うん。
the old
位置に。わかったわい。
I don't know, shadow mode, so you can record an action. So if you want to kind of kill multiple guys at once, you can do that with this. I didn't really use it for the first like half of the game, but it kind of does become more necessary as you go on. You need to take guys out who are looking directly at each other, and you can do it manually, but it's just safer to do it with this. And you'll see as well, you got a sniper, you got sniper towers. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, it's just fun, you know, getting your old man. Also, he's a great character. All the characters are kind of pretty good, but Takuma here, he walks around. He has his sniper rifle. You'll see as well.
手元は確かじゃ。
Like, look at that animation. He has the sniper rifle built into his leg is like the stock or whatever, and then his cane is the barrel. And it's just cool. Also, his gun is very quiet. You can see here it barely reaches past the obelisk. And this is the regular gun. That's its noise range. The yellow circle is its range. So like,
うん。位置についたわ
if
い
you。look at the range with the sniper, it's just like hugely better. So the only criticism I have for Takuma, I've got multiple. Yeah. Criticism number 1. It's just like when you are in these sniper points, like it's super powerful because you'll have a view over all of this.
ああ、いい
Like, this is
眺め
his
だ。
range now, so you have to add on like another, you know, another screen basically on top of this range, so he can hit kind of like a big arc in here. If he's not in this point, if he's in this sniper point, he can probably hit like a lot of this. But yeah, the issue is when he's in these positions, it's like there's very limited places where you need a bullet that like something else won't work. Like for this samurai, if you peel off these guards into the bushes and hide their bodies, like you could just shoot them,
小さい武器を使う
and
時
it's
じゃ。
like, well, who cares? Like we don't need to use a sniper there, but it's fun. You can also find, I don't know if there are any on this mission. Probably up here. No. Oh, there it is. So there's ammo boxes. And they kind of indicate like good sniping spots as well, so you can probably hear. It probably is a hint that hey, you can bring them up here and just like snipe from here. But there's none up here. They might be at the bottom sometimes, but yeah. So it kind of points out encourages you to get him into the sniper spots by giving him ammo. You can see he only has 5 ammo,
手元は確かじゃ。
which is it's like a balancing act because if you just give like unlimited like sniper shots across the map, silent basically. He is very strong, so you have to limit that. But there's a lot of guards, so it's kind of it's good. You have to choose which guards to pick off. So yeah, overall, while it's kind of in conflict with a lot of the game's like core design, it also does fit in, but it's just always very in conflict with just like walking up to a guy and stabbing him. So it's like the developers have kind of really had to squeeze in just good sniper shots, because like always, like almost always, look at this guy. There's a hook up here, so if you're down here as either of these characters, you can hook up here. However, you're not going to do that if this guy is here, because you'll get spotted unless you just stab him straight away. But you'll probably still raise an alarm. You get shot, I think. I haven't actually tried that, but yeah. It's just like it's a good use of a bullet to just take this guy out, get your sneakier characters up there. So a lot of the time you'll find yourself picking off like the snipers with the sniper, and then when you get to the sniper point, you've got like 2 bullets left because you've sniped the snipers to get everybody else into position to let this guy walk through. It's probably worth noting if you mouse over people, you can see their abilities. So you can see that this guy isn't able to swim, he can't carry bodies, he can climb ladders. So in addition to that, he can't climb vines and he can't climb hook shots because he's not an agile character. I mean, 3 of your characters are, but yeah. So a lot of missions will kind of boil down to escorting Takuma through the mission, and this is probably my biggest problem with him. If he walks slowly, because he's got a cane, and he crouches like just at a crawl as well.
景色でも楽しまんかい？
突入する。
No, he crouches at a crawl too.
音を立てるな。
They're comparable, but if we walk, you'll see his walking speed is significantly reduced.
水のように動け。
In addition, if he runs, can't run yet.
誰も気づかんわい。
I'm gonna save for no reason. If he runs, he has this big noise reduce, so it is dangerous to get him through. He can't just sprint through view cones the same way everyone else can, because his run is a lot slower as well than the other characters. Mugen is kind of in between, but it does cause issues. Like, it is definitely well worth considering. But yeah, so in this mission, for example, these 2 can just hop up here, walk up, jump over, jump down, take this guy out, whatever. They're in the bushes, they're in. But Takuma, he has to walk up this way, he has to climb the stairs, and he has to just walk up here. You can use bushes, but you have to just walk in the normal way. You can't take side routes. So that's why you have to take out the samurai. And it does kind of... It is a little bit tricky. Same is true for Mugen as well, I suppose. But yeah, well, we'll get to that. Mugen's at least a little bit stealthier. He doesn't make noise and he can run faster. But yeah, a lot of missions just boil down. And also, importantly, Mugen can defend himself. You'll see that Takuma has no melee. So a lot of missions boil down to just escorting Takuma through the level, which is... It kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of other things, because it just means, sure, you can sneak through here with Takuma, but the other characters get tied up fixing him, and this is like really bad in the last level. Like, it just... Yeah, there's a few levels where it's tricky, but it's fine. But the last level, it's just kind of like... I honestly spent like the best part of an hour trying to get Takuma out of the starting area in the last level. And then after that, he's not even that useful, because he's expended so much to get that far. It's just, yeah, it's fun. Of course, I'm terrible. As for his other abilities, I thought it was going to be 5 minutes in here, but I had a good Takuma rant. He has grenades. He can go lethal, or he can go non-lethal. Why do you need non-lethal? I don't know. The last few levels have a... It's quieter, I assume. Noise range 0. So that's pretty good, because this has a nice look at that noise range. So it has its uses, but if you're throwing grenades, it's usually going to be, you know, if anybody's inside that range, they're going to see. So the non-lethal, it'll have its uses, but you've got a bunch of stunned bodies, then you need to do something about. So it's good that there's a non-lethal option, but there's very limited applications in the game, and you only get 2 as well. I would have liked, like, they're not super overpowered, so I would have liked if ammunition boxes like gave 1 grenade or something. Because yeah, there's not many uses for them. Tanuki. This is super broken. You got this big range. You can walk out the Tanuki to it.
クマ
かわいいお友達なの
そう言えるかの
Yeah, there's a lot of little interactions actually. It's probably worth mentioning in this game. It actually is very, very good. Like as you go through, you'll be cycling the characters you have available. So using abilities, taking certain actions, reaching certain like checkpoints. All the characters will have a bit of banter, and it's actually it is very good. It's definitely, you know, a sign of love, a lot of soul in there. So I really do appreciate just that quality, basically, of just like the interaction for small things. Like Yuki and Takuma kind of like build up a friendship, and that's kind of documented just through like little interactions like that. Also, Kawaii, it's like, you know, they tick the box. Anyway,
気を引くんじゃ
賢
そうじゃの
like that's only going to trigger the first time you use the ability. Not every time, but it's just nice. As it's like a little tutorial for, not tutorial, but it's like an intro to the ability in a way. It's definitely really good. And you can see he's doing little rolls and stuff down here.
仕事
But look how long that lasted. That lasted like 30 seconds, I think. And like I don't think you can trigger it again immediately.
クマ気を引くまとも
But
れ
if you
クマ
like reposition him,
クマ惑わすん
it
じゃ
triggers immediately.
やいい子じゃよくやった
I think that's just to stop you abusing it. If you like move into a place to have him in range and then move out of range, it's just to stop abuse, I think. But it's just super strong, and this hits everybody inside their radius, and they all walk right up to the Tanuki and like stare at him. So yeah, it's it's crazy broken. It does work on Straw Hats, but not for long. But it works for like, I want to say like 10 seconds maybe on a Straw Hat, which is like more than enough time to do what you need to do. So it's one of the few things that are actually effective against Straw Hats. Let me try and...
音を立てな分かったわい少しの間じゃ
I'm just going to try and get a Straw Hat just so I can...
重傷を強化せんとな
足に銃拓磨先生が作ったんですか
隠し兵器足元の杖が重心か考えたなじいさん
気に入ってくれて嬉しいわい手元は確かじゃ
Come into the bush, I dare you. Anyway, yeah, let's check.
気を引くんじゃ
One. Okay. Okay, so that was not 10 seconds. Shit.
懸命じゃの
That was about 1 second. Oh, don't come in here.
戻るんじゃ
タヌキを手なずけるなんてなどうやって教え込んだの
どうして
We're safe.
わしが教えたと思ったんじゃ
But yeah, like, you get a lot of interaction here. It's pretty great. Like, all I did was a few actions with Takuma, and like he's already had like 3 conversations. Yeah, so that's cool. Tanuki doesn't last long. I had to test that again. Yeah, so let's actually get to this mission because we haven't talked much about the mission. I've just been complaining about Takuma. Actually, I have one more complaint about Takuma.
簡単爆弾
No. So this is an alarm, by the way, when they're red. So I never actually triggered this during my own gameplay just because it's sloppy, you know, it's messy. I got a few yellows and stuff, but yeah, this is unacceptable. So as I was saying, yeah, there's a bit of a conflict though because his abilities are kind of like medium range abilities, and they have like no interaction whatsoever with the sniper rifle. Well, not none, but like, you know, if you're trying to snipe a guy who's well outside range, it doesn't work. The grenades have limited use, and they work on groups.
耳は塞いだかの
But like, to be in range for these, you have to be, you know, it's
花
actually
火
got
の
a
準備は
quite a
で
good
きた
range,
ぞ
but it's kind of something that you use when everybody's already gone. If you like have one very isolated group of enemies, if you're using lethal, like
簡単爆弾
I don't know, if this reached here, it would just be suicide because, like, you know, that's not a good example really. But there's very limited opportunities, and they don't interact with the rifle well, and I just feel like the grenade and the tanuki and the sniper rifle don't really work great all together. What I would probably think would be cool is if Yuki had the tanuki. I mean, that rhyme. If Yuki had the tanuki, and oh shit, she's the whistle though, doesn't she? So she needs to keep the whistle. Yeah.
そうだね。
I don't know. Who doesn't really have good manipulating? Oh wait, what if there was no whistle? Yeah, what if Yuki had no whistle? She had the tanuki instead. And then... Oh wait, that doesn't work. Yeah, it's not easy, but I think the trap would work on
話はまだ終わっとらん
maybe? Because he's like a sniper character? It's tricky.
いつでも準備はできている
The tanuki doesn't really fit. The grenades don't really fit, but yeah. And the guns change things up a lot. You can see the guns don't have a huge noise range. So I could take this guy out if he was like, you know, on his own. With like no risk to myself. So guns really like up the power level a lot. But they are limited, but you have 5 on every
仕
character.
事だ
準備いい
So
わよ
you。can get 15 kills from range.
落ち着け
And that's kind of like
集中だ
also the ability of Hayato. So
手裏剣を使おう
and like that's the noise range at the kill area for him. So when he kills someone, anyone around the character will get the noise. But he has the gun as
弾は
well,
込めた
which is centered on him. But it definitely pushes into his tool set basically. You know, like the guns kind of relegate the shuriken quite a bit, but they are limited. But like, how do you counteract that? How do you counteract the limited ammo? You put in twice as many guards. You put in 15 extra guards to consume that ammo. So it's kind of weird. I would have liked if they had a different number to 5 early on. Like if they gave you like 2 or 3 bullets at this early stage, it would have been interesting. But like, yeah, how are you supposed to? How do you make these decisions? It's tough. It is difficult. So yeah, let's start. Now we can talk about the mission after like 15 minutes of complaining about.
どのぐらいじゃろうか
I nearly said Tanuki. Yes. So the objectives are you have. He might not be visible. Yeah. So he hides out. Oh, here he is. This is Yabu. Yabu. He's a complete.
何も不自由することはない
Yeah, he's a whiny little dude. You got 2 options. You can snipe him. So that's Takuma's job. That's not what I went for, but I think it would be a good idea. This looked scary. I was kind of still slightly no kill at this point, but yeah, it's a little bit scary, especially because you have to escort him, and that was my biggest concern. The actual kills I went for, I didn't even use Takuma. Which is like, well, it doesn't really say much good for Takuma, does it? But yeah, I got him inside the compound, and then he did nothing before I killed. And he didn't really do much eventually either, so he's not great in this mission. Whatever. He could snipe if he wanted. Just targets. But yeah, so you'd have to walk him in here. So like, there's not much cover. You could go about this way. There's only one patrol. And you could sneak in here. But you've got to... There's just so much. And he's not mobile. So he can't get through here unless these guys have been dealt with. It's very, very doable. It's not that hard. But it's just... It's a pain with Takuma. It's just a pain. Yeah. And this is plan B. You could, like, hook shot up here. Like, yeah. That's probably my biggest criticism as well of this mission, is that there's not that much interaction with the compound itself. It's kind of focused outside. Unless you're going for, like, the non-gimmick kill. Which is one of the badges. Where is it? Yeah, don't use poison or the rifle. It's a bit of a gimmick, but it would make this whole area way more interesting because you'd probably have to kill Yabu either here or when he's having tea. You could just bop him here. Yeah, but this is kind of plan B to get to. Actually, you don't even have to touch this. So what you can do in this mission, not the easiest thing to do would just be walk up here, follow up all up here, because there's one guard watching it. It's very easy. And then hop into the water with Hayato and Yuki. I forget the names every 2 seconds because I get them mixed up and I have to check. So yeah, you can just swim, get them both here, and just start picking off these guards. So it's incredibly easy to actually isolate this island. And then you have a very narrow window to actually poison the tea, but that spooked me. But yeah, once you poison it, it's what am I trying to say? Yeah, that's it. That's it done. It does trigger an alarm. You get some reinforcements. It's probably worth mentioning as well. Anytime you trigger any alarm, an alert, whatever, alarm, a bunch of guards will come out of certain special doors, like that one. And if you can't go in, it means it's a reinforcement door. So guards come out of there if you trigger an alarm, and the dead body does trigger an alarm when it gets found. So yeah, there's like many more guards on the escape through this mission. So yeah, it definitely escalates a bit. And if you consume too many resources on the way in, such as grenades or bullets, it does make it quite a bit harder. It's also hard if you knock out the samurai instead of killing him and then have to knock him out again. Yeah, but it is a fun mission. It's a lot of fun just like working your way up here. But after looking at it more closely, it has some big flaws, like just this water, and it's a badge. Don't enter the water. So you'd use Takuma for that. But it's just not good. It's just the water just kind of takes away all of this, because you can just swim around. If you're just going for like just clearing the level, you can just pick these guards off, swim around, that's it. Takuma isn't involved whatsoever. Yeah, so it's a good mission, but it's like the path of least resistance in this mission is just not fun. But yeah, I don't really have any gripes with missions like to that extent as we go on. I'm only I'm only 5 missions in, good lord. But yeah, like I have to cover the characters a bit, so as it goes on, there'll be less to talk about. But like this is mission 6 now, and there are still there's another new mechanic in here as well, which is darkness, which I really like. So I'll talk about that. Badges on this: no disguise. All right, no water. Okay. No kills and no alarms. That's always fun. And this mission is kind of... It's definitely easier than the last 3. So, yeah, we'll have a look. and you got the dream team of distractions here. No. So yeah, it's like manipulating guards in this is, you know, a complete breeze really. And in addition to that, it's dark. So what darkness does is, where a guard would normally have a normal vision radius, they now have crouching vision over the majority of what they see in the dark. And they have torches. And inside any light source, no matter how far away it is, there's always full vision. But if you're in the dark, it's crouch vision. So you see here, this guard. Actually, why does he have a light radius around himself? Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. All guards have a light radius around themselves. This guy, I think there might be a small increase if you have a torch. But what the torch really does is, if you kill the guard with a ranged attack, the torch does not go out, and you have to manually walk to the corpse to turn out the torch. So if you killed this guy, he would drop to the ground, and his corpse is in crouch vision. Whereas if you kill a guy with a torch, his corpse is inside standing vision, which is, it's going to show up inside, for example, any of this wider area. And in a dark mission, that's a bigger deal. Wow, that smoke is actually really bad. I mean, it's good. It just doesn't fit the aesthetic. Like, what if the smoke was like this black stuff here? That'd be so cool. It would look evil. Anyway. So yeah, like this mission, like you can just walk through all of this. Like, it's just, you can't walk through there. It's like, how do you deal with this as well? Like, you know, certain, like, this is super covered. Like, you cannot. Where's he running? Like, you really cannot go through here. And this is another example of the redundancy. Like, why would you go to the effort to go through there and you can just like walk down? This guy moves. He doesn't. Well, you can just go through there. So why would you ever distract both of these guards? You know, to get through here. You can turn off torches. If guards see torches and they light them, it's like it's the same as a disguise or a sake bottle. Yeah. They will relight torches they see around, so you can abuse that, but also you can't just walk up here and light the torch and stay there. You have to get out. But it's safe. You can crouch once the torch is out. You'll see here for this level, the don't enter the water is kind of a different deal, because you can check the map. It's like, there's a lot of water. Yeah, there's a lot of water. This is the only bridge, so you have to cross this bridge for that. But it's trivial, really, if you're killing. Yeah. There's a few kind of like villagers you can rescue, and oh yeah, two new mechanics actually in this level. They went crazy. Eavesdrop. So you have to stay inside this circle with one of your characters. You have 2 locations in this mission to eavesdrop, and that's the main objective for the start. Up here and down here. Oh look, you can hookshot. So in the plot, this eavesdrop is kind of the plan for Hayato, and Aiko wants to. I nearly said Ayoko or something. But yeah, Aiko wants to come up here and eavesdrop with a disguise on these guys. I don't think I mentioned Samurai can see through disguises as well, so it makes this actually dangerous, not just easy. But yeah, that's what I did in my playthrough. And I poisoned in the last one. But yeah, for this mission, it's quite easy. Like, there's just all the darkness in this mission. The darkness is very easy to use to just walk through. To get to the water, you just walk up here. You're in water, and you have free movement across much of the map. It's just, you could just walk anywhere. It's very, very, and if you check the map, it's not that heavily populated by guards, except for certain areas. But yeah, it's a fun mission, but it's actually probably, I don't know, it's quite easy really compared to what's come before and what comes after. But it's fun because it's your first time to play with Dark, and maybe it's easier to let you play around with Darkness, but again, Darkness makes the game easier, so it's confusing. It's confusing. But it is fun. It's fun, and it's a learning level, I would say, for sure. So, good design and bad design. I'd say the biggest problem with this level though is just how much of it you can just breeze through because of the water. So, on one hand, I like it, but I think you really do need restrictions, like artificial badge restrictions, to kind of make this more interesting. Because, yeah, like, I don't want to play through this twice without some kind of like goal. And then once you get those eavesdrops, or one eavesdrop, you only need one. Once you get the eavesdrop, someone shows up here and you have a second eavesdrop then you can use. And then that's kind of trivial with Aiko. You can just come down here. Oh wow, I didn't see that before. You can just kill a samurai too, but you don't need to. You can just like abuse the cover from these, or you can use this bush eavesdrop, and that's it. Like, and then you just leave by here. So it's not a hard mission, and there's not much to say about it. It's kind of a dark tutorial, but it's also a little bit too easy, especially for this point in the game. I'm just gonna have a look and see which level they could have swapped it with, really. But there's always plot things, but they could fiddle with them. Yeah, I think if they swapped it with Imai, that would be much more natural in terms of progression, just because Imai is such a pain in the arse early on, and this is still a tutorial. I don't think Imai really teaches anything besides samurai. But then you need disguises as well. It's just, yeah. Maybe one earlier actually, because you have disguises at this point. That's an Aiko, and yeah. So between these two levels, they have all the characters used, so they might not have wanted to repeat characters. But I think he had a village before Yabu's estate. It's like a nice escalation. But yeah, whatever. It's okay. It's an okay mission, but it's a little bit kind of not heavily guarded enough. I wasn't thinking that at the time, but after coming through some of these last few missions, like, good lord. Okay, I'll be quicker with the last few because we've covered most stuff. There's no more mechanics I don't think I haven't covered. Things to do on this: don't climb ladders or vines, and no hookshot. That's actually a big deal. Complete the mission without reclaiming Mugen's gear. That's a big deal. Mugen's captured in this one, you have to release him. Rescue the farmers before you rescue Mugen. That would be very tough. That would be a huge pain. So yeah, they're quite impactful. And these are just, don't step on loud surfaces. That's not so simple either, because welcome to the rice fields, homie. Yeah, kill all enemies. Like, after some of these missions, like, you just want to obliterate every guard that caused you pain. But yeah, this mission is actually like definitely one of my favorites. This is a great mission, so I'll enjoy looking back at this map. Probably worth just like commenting on the audio overall. It's pretty flawless, I would say. Flawless. But like the soundtrack, every track in the soundtrack is great. Every mission, all the mission background music, the ambience, it's great. Voices in Japanese, at least, I'm enjoying them. Sound effects are good. Like, you get satisfying noises, backstabs, the whistle, you know, the tanuki, the guns. Everything just sounds. Oh, he's got one grenade in this. And 3 bullets. So yeah, they do all throw up on a production basis. But yeah, like I said, don't step on any loud surfaces. Like this right here. You'll see me fail this. Where is it? Don't step on any loud surfaces.
都市には勝てんわい。
Instantly failed. So like you have to specifically
水たまりを通っちゃダメ。
like that's what you have to do to get that
水たま
badge.
りは音がするでしょ？
But then these rice fields, these are all loud surfaces. So that is actually a significant badge because you can't. Well, you can come down here actually. You could skirt the rice fields down here, but it's just tricky. Yeah. There's no way past here because that's blocked. So, is that intentional? If that's intentional, good job. But yeah, the kind of the theme here is that there's a massacre of the villagers going on. So like this pool is just red. It's quite striking. Quite striking. Yep. There's the classic sniper tower. There's the ammo inside the sniper tower. I see there's one down here too. Sniper tower. And yeah, sniper tower ammo. So it kind of turns them into sub-objectives, which honestly is a good thing. I like it. So yeah, the rice fields, they make noise and they're cover, but they're being searched actively for villagers, not you. So
雨はわしを止め
just
ら
the
れんじゃろ
atmosphere in this level just from the get-go is really great. You got the rice fields. I'm assuming it's rice. Got the rice fields. You got this the steps, and yeah, just the vibe of the shacks is just really grim, just understated. So yeah, and then you got the central road. Oh look at the blood run. I didn't even pay attention last time. This is cool. This is really like dodgy.
貴様の抵抗は何も開ける
Lots of atmosphere in this level. It's great.
将軍の兄弟
And this is spoiler zone, but yeah, it's Mugen gets captured. He's here. You gotta release him. And that's a samurai you gotta take out. So
させれば
because Takuma has no melee, it has to be Yuki. Like Yuki has to take this guy out.
貴様は本当に
But yeah, it's not hard. I messed it up a lot. I was still playing badly at this point, but the rice fields complicated. They're kind of hard to get through. And like where do you go? Which is the safe route? You know, it's like that's not the safe route there. You're not getting through there. So kind of go through the rice fields like this here. I don't really like the little lip they have, but I guess it's necessary. But you can just walk up here and then you're in here and you climb the ladder up here. Cross, trivial. This is a little bit tricky, but you can go up as well. Yeah, you can go up. It's like getting up here is not hard. And then when you get Mugen back,
将軍の兄弟
he has to claim his gear down here. So it's good use of the level, good use of space. Also, he can pick up rocks. They're quite generous in this level. He can pick these up.
させれば説得だ
And if someone dies from a rock, it doesn't matter if they see the rock flying through the air and crushing someone. It's not a dead body alert like other times. It's just suspicion, which is very nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what these are for. I think you could chop these with Mugen.
ネズミの歯。
I don't know what the point is.
そりゃま
Yep. Look at them, they're just asking
登
for
録
it.
費や
And then the final objective, you gotta free this guy and these guys by killing this samurai and this samurai. It is probably also worth mentioning there are friendly civilians. What the hell? Oh my god, what did I do? What did I do?
花火は
I didn't make it. Let me, oh, come on. Let me quick load. Yeah, but it's worth mentioning that there are civilians who are friendly, and they will not rat you out. But some civilians are not friendly, and they will. But I don't think there's any unfriendly civilians here because they've been, well,
うちには気をつける
they're friendly, so they've been killed. Yeah, I think that's it for this mission. It's a really fun mission. This is actually quite difficult though because you have 2 samurai. You can hook shell up behind, but then you'd have to like attack both of these at the same time and dispose of the bodies. It's very, very doable looking back, but on your first playthrough, it's like I chickened out of this because I was like 2 samurai, that's impossible. And then I went down here, and then this bit here is actually quite tight as well because you have Takuma, and it's just these guys see everything. This is noisy. Well, you could just bait this guy away and kill him and throw him down, but I was bad. But he's being bait, yeah. Oh, actually, that's what I did. I put a trap in here. I remember baiting this guy. So yeah, it's a really good mission. This is like one of the highlights of the game, I would say. Lots of every inch of space gets use. It's not too hard. Yeah, but it's not easy. It's fun. So yeah, everything comes together kind of well in that. I'll just take another look at the badges just to double check badges. Yeah, so complete the mission without reclaiming Mugen's gear. Mugen has like nothing. I think he has just his fists if he doesn't get his gear. So that would complicate it a huge amount. Well, not huge, but you lose the Saki, which isn't that useful, and you lose the sword wind thing, if that's what it's called, the spinneroo. So it's not safe really to use in this mission either. So it's not actually that big of a deal, but it's also a huge deal. And rescue the farmers before you rescue Mugen. That would be so hard. That would be tricky. And don't step on loud surfaces. Yeah, all those rice fields, you just... Actually, no, it's trivialized by the lip down the bottom. Okay. So, yeah, I got none of those badges as well, because they're not, you know... I really should have got that, but I wasn't using rocks properly at this point either as well. I don't know at what point it kind of tells you to use rocks with Mugen. Probably Mount Suru is when you should figure it out, because they have rocks for him to throw there. But I don't know if it actually specifically... it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it tells you. But I didn't use them because it doesn't tell you that they don't cause alerts. I don't think. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, this mission's really good. Especially the first half, I think. Well, I don't know. This is the first one of the like really big missions, I think. You see here, only kill guards using Hayato. That's a pain. Don't shoot anyone but Takuma. I mean, I don't like that, like the idea of that one, just because like Takuma's all about shooting. Like, why would you do that? Don't kill any rebel officers. I don't know how that works because they're kind of tied to the mechanics of the mission. I guess you just walk past them. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a look. Yep. The objective in this one is to, well, will you be able to see? Will they have the map hidden? We'll find out. We've been lucky so far that the maps haven't been hidden on every mission, and the only time we really had to do that was the third one. But we'll come across that again. So yeah, this is like an assault on the city where you're kind of helping the attack. You're split into two. This is the first time this happens as well. It happens a few times. And it actually makes a difference here because you can't come from here. So there's kind of... And this happens a few times. There's like sub-levels inside things, so... if you check the map, this is all kind of a sub-level. And then this is the other sub-level. This side is quite easy. This side is a complete pain in the arse. I don't know if it's because I'm bad or what, but it probably took me like an hour to get through this side, but this was like 10 minutes. Yeah, lots of straw hats. You won't see maybe, but they have quite varied patrols. Like they do go well out of their way, and also there are samurai And these guys are running around giving orders to their troops. And they'll stand and give the orders and move on. So there's a lot of variance in patrols, especially down here. There's some up here as well. It's worth noting as well, I killed these guys. If the samurai tries to talk to somebody who isn't there, he'll just move on instantly. So you can actually stab yourself in the foot by killing guys, and then having them shorten the samurai's patrol route. So that happened to me up here, but it's interesting. Let's see. Where are they? Where are they? Down here. Oh yeah, another bit of criticism. Down here, there's a vine to get down here, right? But I'll just show you how this works. Save. I don't really get the idea. So you can hop down here. Oh. Oh, that's so weird. Last time I came down here. Ah, okay. So there are some quirks. You can get stuck in this. This is a separate level. Oh my god, am I actually stuck? Come on. Yeah. Okay, so I actually do get stuck. Yeah. But there's little, I don't know. There's a good few flaws like that. There's actually, in the final mission, I don't know if it's like intentional or not. I don't know what you're supposed to do. But I had something similar like that happen. Kind of as part of the final climax of the game. I was like, is this a bug or is it like the intended solution? There's a lot of weirdness, like when you're on a roof, just the controls in terms of dropping down are really unreliable. But it's okay, it's okay. It just makes things annoying. So yeah, let's talk about this level. Where are the badges? Only had kills, so no kills on this side for these two. I mean, you can knock out, but yeah, it's a significant complication. No Takuma shots and no rebel officer kills. So how this one works is that these officers, if you kill them, it kind of advances your allied forces, and it makes this area safe. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! Okay, I should stop clicking. So it makes this area, the streets, become safe when you kill the officers. This one here. Yeah. This area is very hard. You've got a samurai here. There's a samurai here. There's a samurai here. There's a samurai here. And you need two characters to kill a samurai. And the straw hats here, they watch this guy as well. So like, it's really hard to take this samurai out. This guy is difficult. Like, this guy watches this. You can't take this guy out because these guys, you have to bait him over or something. But like, how do you bait this guy over? If you get Yuki out here, it's probably the easiest thing to do because Yuki can get on the wall. And Yuki can come in this way. So it's probably a mistake to tackle this with two characters when Yuki is available. Yeah, anyway, getting control of this area is fun, and it's very easy. You just snipe this officer. We're done. The badge complicates that. And then you can kick a ladder down, climb Takuma. Yeah. Takuma can get up here. You can snipe from a high point. You can come up here. You can snipe, whatever. Just the samurai are dangerous. And then all of this is kind of like very well interconnected, so it's fun. This is huge amounts of fun, like cracking this. It's like every level is like cracking an egg. It's not like cracking an egg. I don't know. It's like peeling an orange. It's like peeling a delicious strategic orange, and it's fun. For repo. Nice. I apologize to any of my Asian viewers, but yeah. So He's a prime sniping target, isn't he? Yeah. More ammo up there, so like by sniping him, you get your ammo back. But you could do other things. You could just shoot him normally. But the objective is to take this barrel, throw it over here with Mugen. So that means this straw hat cannot be allowed to live, of course. And then you can just crush these guys with the barrel. And then once you blow this up with a gunshot to the barrel, you go up to this area, you're locked into this area then, and you have to kind of assassinate a general up here. Which is fun for a very small space, like it's basically just locked to this. But they do a good job making it interesting. Doing this in a small space, it's not just simple. So it's very clever design in some places, but this is redundant. This is redundant. Well, you can sneak through here. It's not now. This is like, I don't know. You could just sneak through here. But then there's a guy, and there's no way through. So you'd have to pass the samurai. So you'd have to come in here. There's a samurai, just like, yeah. Okay, it's not redundant. I'm stupid. But it's another like very A or B. Like, why would you go both ways? But yeah. There's a lot of things in this that are just like choosing two paths. But yeah, good level. Not much to say. But like, you really do need, I think, you keep the team up to kind of peel this orange. But yeah, lots of good level. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. It feels like you're making progress on that level as well. There's just like several layers of objectives, and that's definitely a theme as well as you go on through the later missions. And yeah, it adds good shit. It adds good. Pardon my language. I haven't sworn yet. I might have to bleep that out if I put this onto Cartoon Network. But yeah, missions. I'd say we're going to be. This is like spoiler territory now, so yeah. I actually remembered. Good job. And this is. Yeah. Where was Aiko on that mission? I don't know, she went off to wash her hair, I think, or something. But yeah, just not there. She's just out of here, good luck. I really can't remember what the deal was with the story. Yeah, I can't remember. She. Yeah. Washing her hair. I mean, they're dreadlocks. You don't wash dreadlocks very often, do you? That's a lie. Anyway, this is the first time you're at full strength. And yeah, I've given the spoiler warnings, right? Yeah. So it's the last time you're at full strength, because yeah, it's the last time, and you're split up in this as well. So while you can join up and be like a 5-man, I've got some complaining to do about this mission as well, and I've got actually a lot to say about the last few missions, so it's going to take ages. But yeah, let's have a look. Badges. Don't select Mugen. God, yeah. No alarms. I never raise alarms, so I was guaranteed to get that. Kill all enemies. I did that just out of you really need to like peel the orange very much in this mission. So I was like, I've killed this many enemies. I might as well just kill the last 2 because, or 4 really. There was like 4 enemies by the time I was finished. I was just like, well, I don't need to touch these. But I was like, yeah, they got to go. Don't step on loud surfaces is probably not that hard, to be honest. Hide all bodies. I could have done that to kill all enemies. Oh wait, but if you don't kill everybody, you don't have to hide every living body, I assume. Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the level. I've got one primary complaint with this level, but otherwise it's fun. But it's definitely like things start to very much focus on peeling away individual enemies and like distracting them, pulling them away, using the sake, using the whistle, just abusing everything you have. Yep. So we got some nice ambient noise, you know. Where am I? I don't. Oh yeah. I used the opposite camera angle, so I thought I was on the other side of the map. This is the angle I used throughout the mission. Oh yeah. So you start off with Hayato, Yuki, and Mugen on one team. So you got some premium distractions up here, you know. Like these guys can do anything together, you know. Especially like the Mugen Yuki combo or the Hayato Mugen combo. Like you can use the sake bottle to do cool stuff. However, enemies won't see the sake if they've been whistled, because that kind of makes them suspicious. So they don't look at the sake when they're suspicious. But yeah, not a biggie. But yeah, it's a tough egg to crack. Like you can get through here, but there's a patrol, there's these guys, there's just like a lot of stuff, and then I didn't think I was going to get past like these two straw hats without an alert, so I tried to focus on like clearing out all this and getting up here. Yeah, because this is way more open. But yeah, it's quite dense. This is where guards really start watching each other, and you will have like 2 guards watching every guy. So like this guy, you know, he's watched by that. He's watched by this patrol. And if you kill him, he's gonna get spotted by this guy. So, like, same here. This guy's watching this guy. This guy might be able to see him. Yeah, just like lots of guards covering each other. It gets way more intense from this point on, I would say. But we have the tools to deal with it because we're at full strength. Right, what do we got? Yeah, so complaints time. You'll see Takuma. He can't climb vines. So he has no way. You get the sound of him running. Yeah, you get the sound of him running, but yeah, it's fine. He can't get down, so he's trapped. So he gets one grenade, but what good is it? I mean, you could use it, but like, do you have to engineer a situation? You do have to engineer a situation where this is useful. And likewise, this is the range of the Tanuki. So I really don't like what they did with Takuma in this mission, and it's honestly one of my biggest gripes with the design of the levels in the game. Like overall, like the design is like stellar, I would say. Like they really keep it fresh, keep it interesting, keep ramping up the challenge. But unless I'm like missing something hugely, which I don't think I am, like he's trapped and he has limited abilities. The target is this guy, by the way. It's the guy you're hunting throughout the game. Fun fact: Akuma can actually snipe him straight away. Not that it accomplishes anything, but yeah, why not? Get that steam machine. Tracks, maybe? That's where you need a grenade. Nah, there's gotta be some way to get him down. There's gotta be. I'm convinced. I refuse. I think I must just be being stupid. No, I don't know. Anyway, maybe there's a way to get him down, but I don't see it. Yeah. So that leaves Aiko in a tough spot though, because she has no disguise in this mission. There is no disguise for her to pick it up at all. Which, like, on one hand, it would have made the mission a lot easier, but because by the time you got the disguise and were impactful on everybody else, I think it would have been a good time to have a disguise. Like, it's kind of tricky to get up here, so. But then these guys can come down and just like obliterate this, so. It's like, where do you put a disguise that these guys can't get to easier? Probably up here, because this is difficult. This is very highly watched, so, and patrolled. So if you had a disguise somewhere up here, it would make it worthwhile. So, but there's no disguise, so it's just another case of one of the big mechanics for a character in this mission just being useless. So like on this side of the map, you start off with Aiko and Takuma, and like they are both severely handicapped compared to their usual capabilities. So yeah, but
特別な粉よ。
sneeze powder. Sneeze powder is actually useful in this mission because it's very compact and tricky. Yeah, let's check the badges because we're nearly done here. Don't select Mugen. I failed. Also, you can like box select. I box select, so if you do that, you're gonna fail.
静かにね。
No alarm. Fine. Kill all enemies. Yes, please. Like you'll see loud surfaces. Like there's nowhere you actually like hear. Like that's probably the hard part. Like,
違う。影様は早く終わるのを
yeah,
望まれている。
you can just reload. I suppose it's like nothing. It's just a pain because if you have multiple characters and like if there's a narrow bridge, you know this is not the most finely controlled thing ever. Like it's hard to keep them on track. So yeah, it's just not. It's not a good badge for this mission. But yeah, otherwise it's fun. there's lots of just like coverage everywhere, and I think this mission kind of teaches you that even more so than ever that. Like you need to peel away those eyes when you kill someone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Kill everyone. Come in. You can knock this guy out or something, or kill him. I don't know. But there is some plot happens after this mission as well. Some big plot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I enjoyed the mission. It's tricky but good. Oh, now this. Whew, I'm gonna have a lot to say about this one. You're at full strength again, but yeah, you'll see what's going on. Yeah, Mugen gets split up again from the gang. Don't reclaim any of your gear. More spoilers, by the way. So if you're still a spoiler, if anyone ever watches this, if I ever even release this to the public, yeah, like there's more spoilers here. Kill all enemies after you name a Mugen. Don't reclaim any of your gear. That is ridiculous. I don't know how that works. You'll see. It's the classic, you know. It's the classic. You've been captured. Now fix it. Escape. Kill your guards. Escape from prison and reclaim your gear. And take revenge. Don't shoot anyone with Takuma again. So 2 badges. 2 badges just not to use this guy's primary ability. It's like, don't call back Kuma. That's an interesting badge. That's like actually significant. Don't use disguise. Significant. Yeah, so some good badges, some not so good badges, but yeah, like I don't know if people really care about the badges, but like the reason I'm kind of paying so much attention to them is because they greatly alter the gameplay, and they don't alter the gameplay, but they change how you think about the problems. They add a lot of depth, and they're the primary means of replayability. Like one playthrough of this game like takes, I don't know. You know, let me check my playtime because I can see. Yeah, it's probably 20 hours. I would say would be what you would need to get through.
覚えているか
Skip this.
忍耐
Yeah, so it's like 20 hours, I would say. So it's a good length game. You definitely get a lot of bang for your buck, but also it's highly replayable. Largely thanks to the badges, but you got speedruns, you got hardcore. That's not that fun. The idea of that though. But yeah. Let's just check this. Now this bit is very fun. I'm not even gonna. And we're kind of limited in what we can see. Yeah. So there's like a second section to this level, but it's you might recognize this. It's Matsuru again. So there's the bell.
弾薬がなければ無意味じゃ。
But this mission's quite hard. This mission's very, yeah, like you really have to use your head in this mission. But it starts off you're in prison, so you all start off with these nice.
岩棚がある。
来ておる。
ダメ。出られないバカ。
They give you nice little clues. So yeah, there's a ledge down here. So
ああ、すぐに行くわ。
she's in a cage. She has nothing. You got your rifle, but no bullets. You still have Tanuki, but he
見
is.
張りは落ち着きがないな。刺激することもできるか。
I want to give you little hints if you demonstrate idiocy. So yeah, you can see your Tanuki is already out in the wild.
仲間の
He
誰も
is
助けてはくれん
up here. And then you still have your rock. Now, actually, I don't think that's the same rock you start off with. I think they take your
クマ
original
は
rock,
今どこにおるか
and then
の
this is a rock you find inside your cell. That's what I think the lore is. But yeah. So, let me just count. Let me just check the number of ways there is to escape from this prison.
侍からネズミの歯を取り戻せばダメよ出られないバカ
Wow, this goes on for. That's like just another example of the game just being, cool and going on. So yeah, I think there's like 1, 2, 3 ways out for Hayato, and there's
ここに隠れられる。
one way out for
何かに使え
Yuki.
るかもしれない。
Yeah. So yeah, like there's like 4 different ways out of your cell that I know of. So pretty good. This is cool as well. Like, this is a cool little section, a cool little prison.
銃に入れる何かがあれば二人を助けられるかもしれん
I wonder how obvious the hints get if you just leave it indefinitely. But yeah, if only he had something to load his rifle with. Just load it with Tanukis. Yeah.
空になった檻を見たら
You stay right where
侍
I can
は
see
嫌な
you.
目をしてる
You stay right where I can see you. They don't like empty cages. Yeah. But yeah, they give you like so many hints. It's good. I don't think they. Yeah, it's not like a puzzle, but it's just like cool. There's one escape that's like less obvious, I think.
まだ生き
You
る
can
こ
play
とが
around
こ
with
だ
it
わ
a
る
little
か
bit. But yeah, it's fun. And then once you escape,
何も
spoilers
しな
there.
いではありませんか
Um,
担当は
come up here.
俺の
There's
もの
nothing
だ
too challenging. This is all like when you've got the
すげえ
squad.
寒いな
It's fine. Just bear in mind you can't kill anyone without the. Where is that samurai come out? Yeah, this is Yuki's knife. So you've got knockouts, but Hayato has no knife still, so you only have Yuki to kill. So wherever you kill this guy, and bear in mind you have to shoot him. So yeah, wherever you shoot him, you need someone to incapacitate him as well, and it's there's a little bit of thought goes into it, but I really like this part. Like, I was like so hyped when I got to this part the first time around. Yeah, and then you can just go up here. Yeah, you've got very little gear as well at this stage, so it's kind of annoying. And Aiko is being held prisoner here. All your guns are here, so you get them all back at the same time, if you can get every character there. But releasing her is actually kind of tricky. You gotta, because it's being watched.
いけま
So
せぬしたいようにさせてもらう
it's not trivial. Bit of useless space up here, but it's kind of like, well, it's just part of the level, I suppose. Yeah, but this place is a lot harder than it seems, just because you have very little, and again, snow. The snow makes this very hard, because if you step off this path,
何
you'll
も
get
しないで
spotted,
はあり
really,
ま
so
せんか関係ない
it's actually quite difficult. You get your disguise back. That's quite difficult. I had a hard time getting that disguise. You got samurai watching over all this, so when you do get your disguise, you can't get out of here either until the samurai's dead. So, I mean,
お
and
願
like,
いだ頼む
yeah,
好きなだ
I
け
don't
祈る
know.
がいい
I think Aiko has her knife on her. I'm not sure.
すげえ
I
寒
don't
い
know.
な
Actually, does she? I've no idea. But yeah, it's hard. And like, there's a badge for not reclaiming any gear, which means you have no Yuki knife. You have no knife. All you have is guns. You don't get your guns. How do you get out? You have to kill the samurai with the sniper shot?
触れさせるわけにはし誰を止めようとして
Like,
いるん
yeah,
だ
how the hell do you get out of here without reclaiming your gear? And then Mugen's up here being held prisoner. Or whatever. And then, yeah, like, not reclaiming your gear is a pain. But this is a difficult section, I would say. There's a lot of coverage. And you're not at full strength. You're at,
いけませぬ。したいようにさせても
You
らう。
got two killers. You got two killers. One of them has no weapon, and he has no shuriken as well. That's a big thing. So, yeah, it's a hard mission. I don't really have that much to say except it's hard. It was definitely felt like, yeah, it's hard, but it's a good mission. I liked it. And there's a whole other section as well here after the bridge. So this is like the entrance section to this mountain. So it's actually there's a lot going on after that as well. It's snowing. You have to escape. There's samurai. There's plenty of guards. It'll take probably another hour after you've cleared this first section, which this will probably take 2 hours to be honest. And then it's going to be like another hour afterwards. So it's a long mission. It's a hard mission, and there's badges that will make it a huge amount more difficult. So I like it a lot though. It's definitely very good, and it's just another great example of the objectives being shaken up and just like the style of gameplay being changed a lot without any need to like get repetitive. Like, you know, this is reclaim your gear and escape, you know. This is essentially an assassination. It's a pick up the body basically. This is, you know, there's like 3-4 different objectives in that, you know. It's really varied. This is a rescue, and it's also a prisoner escort, and it's also like the end of that mission. Like there's like a highly secure area you have to break through with your prisoners that you release. So I didn't mention that previously, but like the end of that is actually the hardest part by far. Dark introduction, eavesdropping, the double objectives in that mission. That's a rescue mission. It's not that crazy, but it's your first time at Ico as well. So like every mission is never just repeating the same stuff, and it's the same here. It's yeah. I won't have much to say. It's just the two of these guys. Everybody else dies in the previous mission, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a night market basically, and then you move to a bathhouse. No ladders or vines, no hookshot. These are both mobile characters, so it's like, well, okay. It's a big deal. Don't enter the water. That is... it's not that big of a deal. Don't interfere with the masseur or the bathwater. That's how you... This is a kidnap mission. And actually there hasn't been a kidnap mission yet, so this is very different. It's something new. So yeah, the masseur or the bathwater, it's in the bathhouse. That's how you kind of isolate the target. So if you don't interfere, you gotta kill the guards, I think, or something. So 2 samurai with 2 people. Not easy. Kill 5 enemies of falling objects. Don't extinguish any lights. It's a night mission, so including torches carried by enemies. That would be a pain if you just walked over a corpse. Yep. And then you got 2 objectives there. I just reloaded to try them out. Have a look. No cutscene. The bathhouse section of the level, I think, is going to be cut off as well. Which is the more... Yeah. There's a lot of, like, odd options in this mission as well. There's 2 places where you can eavesdrop as your first target, and then you have kind of like 2 ways to isolate your kidnappee. So, like, they really do give you a lot of choice in this. And it just looks great. Like, this is the screenshot material right here. You're in a night market, so... it is dark, but obviously this area is all quite well lit. See light everywhere. Yep, you got Ico, you got 2 disguises. And clothesline right here, and a knockout up here. Lots of rooftop here. Like, if you like rooftop kind of climbing around, like, it is a lot better here. It's fun, it's a way between getting around. And also, it's not quite as trivializing when it's hard to get there in the first place. So, you'll see, like, there's rooftops here, but, like, you know, you got this guy, and then once you're on the roof, yeah, you've got a lot of mobility, but, like, everything you want is not on a rooftop, so it gets you where you want to go, but then, where then? God, this guy just wants to be get a throw a stone behind this guy, up the hookshot, both characters. Cross this, cross that, cross that. Oh, they put a block here though, don't they? Yeah, so there's no more elevation here. So if you want to get into the like second part, you have to gotta earn it. But yeah, we can get through here, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I won't talk too much about it. Just not much. This level, it's a good level, but it's not great. It's just, it's fun. You got an eavesdrop up here. You can eavesdrop with both characters, by the way, like they can tag team, because this fills up very slowly. It probably takes 20 seconds to fill up. But it depletes in about 4, I would say. So you need to have your characters on it, and they're carrying torches as well. So like you can't kill these samurai. I don't know why you want to, but you can't do anything about these samurai. And there's a second option up here. This has loads of bushes and it's a tight space. So what I did was I just plopped into the bushes and it's easy. Yeah, and then once you do that bridge, oh, so that's why it's a badge. Because you have bloody 20 straw hats up here. But it's a nice. It is a nice section up here. It looks great. The bathhouse looks amazing. There's all like hot water pools and half-naked old men. It's quite something to behold. Let me tell you that. Yeah. There's not really there's nothing too complex, but then you do have to probably use one of the gimmicks. There's overheating bathwater for the guy you're kidnapping, and he runs off. He goes to a cold water area. It's quieter. And then you have to carry his body through a highly guarded area. So it's fun, and it's not repetitive. Let's just check the last few badges. What else is there? So there's the bridge. That just means you gotta kill these guys. It's only... yeah. There's no other way across the water. Despite whatever this might make you think. Don't use the gimmicks, don't enter the water, don't climb anything. Yeah, I think that's probably worth looking at some more. If you don't climb anything, you actually have to interact with all these torchbearers. All of them. You're not getting past that samurai. Oh, you probably could, but then you're not getting past 2 samurai. You probably could if you wanted to, maybe. But yeah, there's all these torches you can turn out, patrols. It's all very cramped. You can get past this guy. This would be the easiest way to get up here. This guy can't see anything. His view cone. Easy. Get into these bushes. You can run up here, How do you get past this? Yeah, you can just run all the way up here, but just not being on a rooftop just makes that so much harder. Yeah. But not too much to say at this stage. In terms of interaction between Hayako and Aoki, Hayato, not their interaction is good. It's not overpowered or anything. And they kind of have a bit of competitive relationship initially, but they kind of build up a bit more as it goes on. But yeah, it's the interactions between the characters are definitely very compelling, I would say, for what the game is. For the amount of story they have to work with, it's more interesting than it has any right to be, I would say. Yeah. Alright, so this is the penultimate mission. No kills. I was shocked when I saw that. Never drop the guy you kidnapped. That basically wipes out. Not only does it wipe out Hayato, because he is going to start off carrying him, but you can't use Hayato, and he can never crouch, so he always has to stay completely hidden, which is not easy. And don't hide in wagons. That's not too crazy. Yep. Let's have a look at it. No, I won't have too much to say in this one, but there is a kind of 2 primary ways to carry out the mission. One is to just sneak into a secure area and get into a wagon, and the other one is to get a disguise, and then poison some sake. So you gotta brew poison. You gotta get a disguise, brew poison,
天幕が
and then
見た目より重いな。
poison some sake. You'll see in a second. But yeah, you see here,
水のように動け。
that's the speed you walk at, and you're standing.
突入す
If
る。
you crouch, look, see, it just failed. It just failed that. So like, he's
じい
completely
さんは本当に眠らせたんだ。
completely out of action if you want that badge. And he's very useful. Having the shuriken is nice. You don't have to use a gunshot.
刃が血を欲しがっている。
He's fast. He can climb. He's got a stone. Like Hayato's just good all round. So losing him would be difficult, and also no kills. Like when footsteps are involved. I mean, you can do knockouts, but I guess you might as well use bullets in samurai if it's no kill, because you can bullet a samurai and then punch them to knock them out. But yeah. Where do you even hide that corpse? There's nowhere to throw it. I'm getting nervous, like even speculating about it. But a lot of what the actual gameplay boils down to is you'll just be kind of like looking. You'll just be sat here. You'll be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh god, where am I going? Like the first thing you do is you figure out where you're going, and this mission is particularly bad for like being kind of mazy. But like you're like, okay, objectives. All right, let's have a look. Get past these. Okay, how do I get down here? Okay, there's a patrol. I can come down here. I'm not getting through here. Down here. I could get up here or up here. There's a disguise. Might as well go up here. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. You know, you kind of have to pick your objective and then work backwards from it, and then just wonder how the hell to get up there. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this for a redundant area right here. If anybody has any idea what this is for, reinforcements, that's all it's for. But it's just, I don't know. It's just like so redundant. This is redundant. Unless you're going for kill all enemies with torches, I guess. Because then those samurai come into play. But you know, I don't think there should be areas in a mission that are kind of useless. Unless you're going for badges, so yeah. But what I did, you brew sake up here with Takuma. And that's like the only reason you use Takuma. Again, like Takuma's kind of like, how he fits into the game just is probably one of the... When it works, it's really fun, but like, I don't know. Half the time it just doesn't work, or feels weird, so... Definitely one of the biggest flaws, gameplay-wise, I would say. Yep, so... That's the sake up here. These guys all fall asleep, you walk in, you've got to bring the body. And then you plop it there, that's what I did. Plan B, you get into this wagon, so you have to bring everybody as well to the top. So Takuma has to get up here, which means he's got to walk in here. So yeah, you got to get through some high security to do that, and it would be difficult. So it's pick your poison, and one of the options is literal poison. But yeah, no biggie. Good mission. It's dark, it's snowy, and I really like the whole verticality. It's like it's not actual verticality, but like hills do affect line of sight. All these narrow, windy passages kind of make it interesting. All the torches. Yeah, it's fun. And then in this like last bit, you kind of these guys are just like triangle covering each other. It's crazy. So you have the shadow tactics that you gotta use slow mode. Yeah, not too much to say about that mission. Just like no kills. Like how do you get Takuma in here no kills? You know, like knock him out. I don't know, but it's a good mission. And finally onto the last mission. First of all, let me just say this one is a toughie. I don't know if I really needed to go through like some of these missions. Like these last two are kind of like whatever, but I didn't spend much time on them, so it's fine. But this has a lot more to say. So you got the full squad basically. Mugen isn't around at this point in the game, but you got the full squad. Oh, I'm having conniptions thinking about what happens in this last mission, or how hard it is. Yeah, there's a badge for finishing it, and I think that's a deserved badge. It's deserved. Don't use Ico skills. That's no disguise. And that's no pepper spray. Honestly, it's not too bad because there aren't any like huge uses for pepper spray. Oh, I don't know what I call it, pepper spray. It's easy. It beats pepper throw. But yeah, don't kill anyone. Like, holy crap! Holy crap! You'll see. Oh, I can't even imagine that. Just hop onto YouTube and find some, find some video of some professional Shadow Tactics player just like cheesing through the entire mission. Skip this. That's the final objective location. This is an assassination mission. I'll just get the objectives out of the way. Your first objective is key. You gotta steal that key, which unlocks wells. Yes, that's right, wells. Not the gates. Not the gates. The wells. Actually, there's only one entry well, right? Yeah. I'll be spending a while going through how bloody impossible this is. But yeah, you gotta. Basically, the first objective is getting up here, and the only way through is this door. Yeah. Oh wait, well you can get through other ways. You can hook shot up here. You can get in through this door with the mobile characters, which is everyone. So yeah, you got two ways in. There's no, yeah. Anyway. Complaint number one, right? Complaint number one. You start off separated. Hayato is here, and Yuki and Aiko are over here. However, why are they here? I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but like, there's nothing here. Why not just start them here? Go. Like every single playthrough is going to start with just jumping them off the island. I don't know why it's there. It's strange. But yeah, so you get a free kill on this guy. Yeah. As for that, I think after that it might be a good idea to even bring them around here just to help out with this. Actually, no, that's not good. I don't think so. Yeah, it's probably best to bring Hayato over here, I think. Like, I played through this, it's hard. So basically what you have here, this guy is watched by this guy. This guy is not only watched by a civilian, he's watched by this patrol. He's watched by this samurai. Like, and he's watched by this guy too half the time. There's no... And this guy as well. There's this samurai too, who has visibility over this. He's on a patrol, but still. So like, this is just so watched. I could not crack this until this samurai was dead. I think I was able to barely kill this guy with the Yuki trap when this samurai was dead. There's also this samurai, who watches over here too. It's easy enough to kill this samurai though, but whatever. But this guy, I probably spent half an hour trying to kill this samurai. Also, this guy, he watches this. He's super hard to kill because this samurai backs up this guy. This guy backs up the samurai, so... And there's nowhere to stash this guy. Like, if there was a bush here, it would have saved me half an hour on this mission easily. Probably an hour. I was probably 3 hours on this mission. What we got? Samurai. Yes. Why did I say samurai? Don't click Yuki, don't tell her to move. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's do the classic. It's another mission where Takuma is completely crippled. Pardon the pun. I'm not an ableist. Oh, look at this guy. He's preparing his jutsu. That's so cool. Yeah, Yuki lounges around. I don't know if we can catch her, and then I don't know what Aiko's idol is, but you know, they're They've got personality. Anyway, so yeah, you gotta get through here. There's a patrolling civilian. There is no cover in this entire corridor, and it's like this corridor. Honestly, I spent an hour trying to get to Takuma through this corridor. Like, as always, there's no other option for him. So he has to walk up here. It's guarded by a straw hat. It's watched by samurai. You have to take, unless you like get an alarm. If you don't care about the body, fine. And that's probably the easy way to go. But I just didn't. I was like, no alarms. That's it. So I might have just shot myself in the foot, but I wanted to be sneaky and, you know, leet. So I made a mistake, but I did it, so it's possible. So get good. Yeah. But yeah, this is probably like just picking off these all of this is probably the hardest part of the game right here. The screen, everything you see here, and this guy. But yeah, like, oh look, see, Takuma shouldn't use a shot at this guy. There's no need. And this guy as well. So this is actually a rare exception where he shouldn't be shooting towers. There's a guy up here as well. He's probably not worth shooting as well. So yeah. Whoa, no, no, no. Yeah. Literally, as I just said, it's not worth shooting these guys. I get caught. But yeah, you can't sneak through here. Like, you can get through here, barely. And up here, and up here, and up here, and around, and up here, and up here. So you can get any character you want up onto the roof. The roof joins up here. You're up here, you can get up there and kill this guy. So like, all your characters can go where they want to go, but Takuma is just, he's not. And I don't think it's good. Again, I don't think it's good with Takuma. It's just like, it's a game of, you know, escort to Takuma. It's just like, it's just, you know. How many missions are he in where, how many missions is he in where he's not like, you know, essentially a liability? It's just kind of like, well, I'll take any other character, thank you. But yeah, it is what it is. It adds difficulty, it adds complexity. And I like Takuma, but it's like, it's just a pain in the arse. It's a pain in the arse. So you got two objectives. You can go, after you get the key, you can open up this well, which is through this door, which is basically a sub-level. And that's why I mentioned earlier about the sub-level thing, because like it is a big thing. There's a lot of sub-level stuff in this game. That's the key. After you get the key, you go through that door, and sub-level number 2. This is the one I did because it looked easier, and I don't know, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's fun when you're doing it, but after doing it, it's kind of like, I never want to do it again. And this is all redundant, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, like, I mean, maybe not. It's quite redundant, like, you've got very little reason to go up here. Yeah. But it adds replayability though, because this is a whole new puzzle, you know? It's like, well, we gotta get up here. We gotta do something about all this. No, I can go down here. Oh yeah, I was looking at this. This is the easy way to go, obviously, so. Gotta go down here. Kick a ladder down for Takuma. He might be useful if you get him that far. There's another Takuma spot. Yeah, Takuma might like this side. It might make him more useful because the other side is very flat. There is a tower, but it's like, who does he shoot? Yeah, get up here, scoot in. It's fine. Like, if you can get down here, it's not actually too bad. So, yeah, it's okay. Anyway, then you come out this well, and this is like the second part of the level. So, like, even more splitting it into smaller levels. So this is definitely like a big level. It takes a long time. But yeah, this is more filled with guards. Oh, hello there.
様のために。
昇様、進捗具合を見に来た。
もちろんです、ノボル様。皆の者、ノボル様の言葉が聞こえただろう。
Yeah, he's like the guy you're here to kill, but he goes up to this spot after you get into the final area to the well. Yeah, so you have to come around here, up here, up here, up here. Up these ladders, across here. This is like, this area is much more closely watched at the end, but whatever. You gotta come around the back here and you have this tower climb, and then there's a samurai in here. And you gotta climb up this tower, it's all cool. It looks amazing, you know, like the camera pans up. Pans? Yeah, the camera pans up to fit the heights, so... Did a moment ago. Come on. Yeah, the camera pans up anyway, so it looks awesome. It's a good ending. Yeah, and then actually at the end you have some choices at the end. It's pretty cool. I do really like how they have handled the ending. It feels epic. It feels consequential. It's fun. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking earlier about like a movement bug, but like the samurai here that you have to get past, but like I don't know if there's any way to kill them besides just like stabbing them. So you gotta have someone in here, but you can't walk in. But you can jump on a roof and jump down and stab them. But it's a very narrow angle, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. But that's how I did it. So I brought Hayato up here. Any of these three characters can come up, but I did it with Hayato, and then it could have been Yuki. So I wonder if there's different cutscenes up here at the end, depending on who gets up. But I essentially had to sacrifice one character into this little area just to get by. And the controls up here on this ramp were just like, the clicking, I couldn't get the drop down, so... I don't know if that's intentional, and I don't think it's good to like, make figuring out the controls to know whether it's intentional or not a good thing. I've literally never heard this before, like, I keep getting surprised by like the level of detail in this game. Like, yeah, very nice. Like they did a great job on the characters. Lots of good stuff. UI is good except for where it's not. Like, I mean, the pause menu. You know, like it's like why does it look like this? Just like the font is off. I think the font is off. This just yeah. I think just changing the font would go a long way to making everything better. But yeah. How do you do this without killing people? I guess you knock out everybody, but it's like you gotta stow the bodies. If you stow bodies, like, you know, they never wake up. Or if you dump them in water. I think water doesn't count as a kill. And don't use Ico. It's not a big deal. Yeah. No kills, just no kills, no thanks. Anyway, when you get to the end, big epic ending. You get options, it's satisfying. Yes. Ishiro Mugen sends his regards. But yeah, that's the final mission. It's a behemoth, I would say. It's not easy, and you spend a lot of time. You don't really see it because I haven't played these missions, but you know, it's more of a commentary on the missions themselves and the overall how they play out. But yeah, you spend a lot of time just in bushes looking at view cones. Actually, I didn't mention. Is it worth mentioning? Nah, it's not worth like going back into a mission. But if you hold right click, you get a little view cone marker, and it lets you look and see where enemies can see. But it's kind of useless, to be honest. It doesn't paint the full picture, so you can never like really use it for anything useful. I think it would have been much better if they gave you an option to view all enemy view cones, just to scope something out. However, I understand, you know, it's not going to be. You could just leave that on all the time, for example, and then I would, you know, I want to trivialize the game. It would take a lot of the tension out of the game if you did that. So I understand that, but yeah, and I get the view cone markers there, but I never actually touched the view cone marker. Really, it was that was never useful. And in terms of the UI, it doesn't look nice. Like there's a big marker blob there with lines showing up all the time. It's just kind of like, I don't like it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's overall, I've said a lot of crap about it just because I'm trying to offer some insight. But you know, overall, it's excellent game. Like the level design is, like I said earlier, just like stellar. It pushes the it pushes the intensity up constantly. Like at the start, it's quite it feels challenging, but like how the difficulty ramps up is excellent. So the level design does that very well. It accomplishes it very well. They do a good job keeping to an overall theme in the style and the design, while also making it feel very different and shaking it up. The objectives for missions, usually quite interesting. There's a few where it's like, oh, it's just the same thing, but like, you know, there's a few missions with multiple options, multiple paths to take, you know, multiple kind of sub levels, different flavors. You got the prison escape, you got the kidnap, you got assassinations, you got you know, the attack in the city level. You know, it doesn't get stale, which is very important when you're going to be spending like, you know, 1 to 3 hours per mission probably. So I would say they did an excellent job on that. The art overall is very good. The cutscenes as well, I didn't really show off any proper cutscenes, but the writing is high quality writing. Although the story isn't like excellent, it's not even great. The story isn't great, it's good, but I have no problem with like a good story because the characters are definitely well above the plot, and just the writing of the characters specifically. Like they're not super interesting characters. They're a little bit stereotypy, but it's like, you know, it's well written, so they're stereotypy, but it's still interesting. So yeah, I don't even know what's left to cover. I think that's everything. Yeah. So overall, really good. Like it's just, I think it's definitely worth mentioning, just like how enjoyable they've made, and satisfying they've made like a tactics game. So you know, if you compare it to like other stealth games they can get, um, you know, you gotta keep it interesting. Just like not being seen, it's interesting, but you know, it's also you have to kind of keep the engagement going, keep the interest there, and like that's definitely accomplished very well, just through like good sound design as well. It's satisfying to, like, you know, peel a layer off the orange, as I say. Probably an onion is a better metaphor. Yeah, onions have layers, but yeah, it's like taking a layer off an onion every time you take out a guard who's covering another guard silently. Um, and just accomplishing that and making progress is always like super satisfying. So that's kind of like the driving um, force behind making the game fun. And yeah, one final thing I wanted to address is like on Steam. On Steam, this has 95% positive reviews out of like 11,500. 95% positive. That's crazy. And like, it's a really good game. I get it, but it's kind of niche as well, you know. And I'm just like wondering, was there this like hugely silent audience who was really dying for this type of game, but also they actually were the only people who were actually playing this game? I've no idea. It does make me wonder, because like to a casual gamer who might play this, like if you play through like 3 levels and then like quit like I did, I wouldn't consider myself casual either. I'm a stealth enthusiast, okay? Write that down. I've got a business card. I'm a stealth enthusiast. But no, I like Metal Gear Solid or Thief, you know, or something like that. So, and I dropped this game previously just because I think just the pacing at the start is a little bit off, especially in the 3rd level. It feels like a slog, especially like if you're not kind of killing, you have to kill. But they kind of that was why I had such a big issue with them baiting you into like not killing early on and making it possible on the 1st level. Like I would have liked the challenge that was like, you have to kill here. Um, just to let you know, you're gonna have to kill, at least for the most part. But it doesn't make much of a difference, and they keep it interesting. It's I don't see the wide appeal. That's just what I don't get. It's and the level of polish is kind of like at times like super high, but also at times it's a little iffy. Like the voice acting in Japanese, at least the art, the sound, the music is great. The music is like really hits the like interesting but like ambient, stealthy, you know, vibes. Um, yeah, all these things like feel like really polished and like dead on. But then some things, the UI, little bugs in movement and little things that just don't work. I experienced them a few times, so yeah, it's a little bit weird, and yeah, what can you do? Just release another game in the same vein. But yeah, I really wouldn't compare it to other stealth games though. It's more of it's almost a puzzle game, I would say, as much as a stealth game. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I have said everything I have to say. I didn't really mention there's a lot of achievements as well that are not badges. So even in addition to the badges, there's a lot of stuff to play around with, a lot of like alternate ways of doing things that aren't even mentioned in that. So I thought, yeah, more replayability. But yeah, that's it. I think that'll be everything. I don't know, how do I sign off? This is your humble opinionated person. I've vented now, so I've vented now, so I'll be able to sleep better. But yeah, God bless.